What it do, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Tech back with another video, another live stream. Upload number 3 on the day. I'll be rocking. We're gonna get right into it. This is the last time I'm gonna get a bunch of creators together for a discussion before training camp. I know we got 48 hours before Washington Commanders training camp, so should be a fun time tonight. I have the amazing Command Hers on the channel tonight. So, Miss Erica, how you doing, sister?
What up? What up? What up?
Then we got Kay from Kay's Take. What's going on, Kay?
What's up, guys? How are you?
And last but not least, our semifinalist from the Commanders Class Classic.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Analysis herself. Mrs. I gotta do my research. The one and only Mrs. Analysis.
Hey. Y'all know me. I can't answer that question. I don't have the data points for that.
I gotta do my research on that. Hold on. we got my people from the Command This podcast. Saw my boy Phil in the building. Phil, what it do, Phil? What's going on, man?
You know how it goes. I'm used to pointing my actual camera, and I gotta use this laptop camera, so I'm pointing the wrong way.
What it do, Phil? Hey,
I feel like Erica, you have to use a different camera. I know how she's feeling right now.
It's all good, player. It's all good. My man, Steve. What's up, Steve?
What's cracking, everybody? Gang, let's go. Good to see everybody. Yes, good to see everybody's smiley faces.
Yes, sir. And finally, my dog, Mr. Jokester himself. Oh, man, Dan with the joke.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Command Hers? What up to my gang? What we up to, man?
What up?
It's Command time. It's Commander season. Let's get it. It starts tonight. Starts today. Let's go.
Let's go.
Camp is coming.
Excited for these
Camp is here.
The camp is here.
Starting off with a bang, man. Today, all the news came through.
I've been at work all day. I haven't heard anything. I'm being
what?
Wow.
I heard the assistant coach got locked up.
They've been on social media. That's what that is.
Oh yeah, the Titans coach.
Yeah, that's all I've heard. I haven't heard anything else, so I'll be surprised. So all my responses will be like brand new responses.
Well, they did the
Everybody
corresponding
welcome to
move.
violence.
Yeah, they did the corresponding move for the person that got released for the Rasul Douglas signing, and everybody was like, "Whoa, Nick!"
Yeah.
Whoa. We never went this high for a day in my life, but we went crazy about it. We had Louis T dropping emergency live stream about special
in the middle of the day.
Who did we sign? Or
Rasul
Rasul
Douglas, the cornerback, and we had
quarterback we
to.
signed a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we let go of Nick Valor.
And we had to.
Oh, we did. See, I haven't even been on social media. I haven't seen.
Nick Valor hung it up for we heard.
He'll smack you though.
He got let go.
Well, they
No, he
retired.
retired.
He
Yeah,
retired.
he's retiring.
So
Okay.
basically, someone made a point. Somebody was like, Nick Willow ain't trying to work hard and compete for a job. So it was like he just went on out on his shield and was like, I'm out.
He was
Much
He's
respect
like
to
a
him,
special
though.
teams guy though. He's
Yeah,
he
he was-
teams.
Yeah, he was good, but more power to him. I hope he has a good retirement.
That's
He's
a deep
the last
linebacker
80s baby
room.
on the team.
Yeah.
He was like a fullback and a linebacker.
Yeah.
Last player to be born before the 1990s.
Before the 90s.
Yeah.
He's like
Wasn't that him that made that
One of
play
the
on
last
special
old
teams?
guy on the roster.
Yeah.
OG, born in
what was that
80s.
lady Erica Lynn? What'd you say?
I said, wasn't that him that made that special teams play? Who was it that we
One of the
played?
last when we popped.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
popping people, man.
Yeah.
He killed him though.
His socks off, boy. He said that man to the infirmary.
Well, hopefully
I said,
we can
Lord.
replace him with either Tyler Owens or Ali Cajo. We'll have a new
Yeah.
crash out.
No.
hopefully.
Tyler O gonna send people
How to crash out.
to the shadow room or something. I don't know what they gonna send them to.
They said
Tyler O
Ali-
gonna send people to the emergency room. He
Yeah, he
crazy.
does. Yeah.
He tripping. Tyler O be knocking
That's
people's
what we
heads
need,
off.
though.
Then he'll give him a
Yeah,
touchdown.
for real.
but he-
I'm here for it.
I don't need Tyler O to kill nobody, okay?
He won't
Tyler
do
O
that.
be tripping.
Mine
and
needs a good
eyeballs
hit.
up off the floor like on any given Sunday. His
that is a
eyeball.
throwback.
Yes.
No, for real.
Make your chest, Matrix.
Ooh.
Used to love
Oh
Nicholas
my
and them.
goodness. So, I guess the first thing I want to ask y'all, we talk about the news. What y'all thoughts on this tight end coach getting fired though? Like the whole situation.
What's the specifics? Like,
Oh, you gotta tell Dev what happened.
So
honestly,
basically,
D-Dub
dude
job.
got called a DUI, got pulled over at 4:00 in the morning. He was incoherent, couldn't talk straight.
Yeah,
and he was drunk. They locked him up.
See, I don't drink. I partake.
Legal limit is 0.08. This man blew a 0.214, which
I thought he refused to do a breath test. Didn't he refuse?
He did it later.
All right.
Dev,
I know Dev's drink of choice, so I'll break it down. It's like if the dude did 13 shots of Rumpelmans.
Dang. He's white boy waste
suspected.
That's like doing
13
Casa Migo.
I know.
But they said they said that Wes Welker was running the tight ends during minicamp.
Yeah, he was doing that anyway.
So that tells you a lot about the organization, how they kept the thing quiet. Because I think this happened back in June, right?
It did. June 7th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they kept that thing quiet.
They should have Shanahan and San Francisco too.
They should have signed Wes Welker to play receiver. I don't know.
That wide receiver room. There it is again.
Hold up. We're not even 7 minutes in. Dev's already taking a dig at the wide receiver room.
It's coming.
We were talking about
the wide receivers right now, bro. I almost saw the wide receiver room right now. Because that'd be a very spicy conversation that I don't think need to be had right now.
So, ladies, how did you guys start your podcast? I'm literally new to it.
We just started it. So I think we were all doing our own individual thing. I think Kay was kind of out here first doing her thing. And then I started mine probably when I started my channel, like in April. I just started my channel. And then Lady Erica Lynn, Lady Erica Lynn and I was like right around the same time. So yeah. And so we just decided to link up and do the collab channel recently, now that we all got our individual channels kind of up and going and got some momentum. So that's how it kind of came together, because we kind of saw a need. And most people were in the chat like, y'all gotta y'all gotta do something. Y'all gotta do a collab channel just for the ladies. So
are y'all from the same area?
No, I'm from DC, but I live in North Carolina. So
I live in Virginia, but I live south of DC.
I was saying I'm in the DMV. I'm in Maryland.
I'm a Kentucky boy. One way away.
Maryland.
Merlin.
I'm a Moco guy. I'm a Moco.
You call me Meezies or whatever.
Yeah, I thought it would be
Merlin and got VA.
He's Moco. I used to live like 3 blocks from Steve's neighborhood, and I was PG County.
Oh wow,
it's the line right there.
Dang, the line's right there.
Right in the middle.
Them lines.
That's how it is here in Richmond, because you got Richmond and you got Petersburg, and it's like right behind each other.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not anywhere near DC anymore. I'm in Virginia, but I'm out near Harrisonburg now. But
I've been in the sticks.
Yeah, I'm out in the sticks now. But I'm originally PG County born and raised. So
are you anywhere near the wonderful
inside the Beltway, PG County? I ain't talking Brandywine.
Y'all out here. I guess I'm the only one in the city then. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that.
I'm like a mile.
I'm the only one in the city. I can rock with that.
You work in the city though, right, Steve?
No, I work up at Fort Meade, up at right south of Baltimore. So I commute up
there. I'm the only one that work and live in the city. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's big bread right
there.
Shout
out to Grant though. What's up, Grant?
Hey, Grant.
What up, Grant?
Grant.
What's up, G?
Full command show in the building. Shout out to Grant. What up?
Make sure y'all check out that video he did today. I watched that, and my jaw was on for the entire time. That joint was so fire. It was so good.
I was about to sit down and watch it, and he started talking about doing film study. I was like, I gotta come back to this later, Grant, because I was multitasking. I said, this not one I can listen to in the background. I gotta lock in.
You gotta be
yeah.
You gotta be locking. I had the graphics, the
I haven't had a chance to listen to it today. I used to listen to Grant every day, but today I did listen to. I jumped on Gerard's live today, so that was cool.
Nice.
Tone out there with the premium subscription graphics out there. I see you, bro.
I don't got no premium. Bro, I don't got premium nothing. Broke as a joke over there.
I tell my friends all the time. I use like 3 different AI apps free. I use a free thing on each one. Try to combine.
What?
You gotta
upgrade, man. You gotta upgrade.
Man, I got my wife is like an AI expert at her job. She's like that's actually her role. She does the training for it. So I like use her for. She got the like $300 something Chat GPT every month.
No, I don't have that.
But they pay for it. They pay for it. Not this house's budget.
Oh.
They did an EBT AI for me. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I just got tired of using the regular Chat GPT, and then it tells me, "Oh, you have reached your limit for graphics."
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's Chat EBT.
That's what limit. I'm paying for it now.
I upgraded, and it's been very beneficial. Like, you gotta know how to use it. You know what I mean? Like, it has set me up for success for real, because it gives me a plan and even a calendar of how to keep my content in order and everything. It's cool.
Man,
I feel goes on
to make voices and stuff for like how much you like Power Rudd and De'Ami Brown.
That I'm going to start on that.
Yeah,
but you got to be careful with it, because I think I did a story the other day. Like, I asked for, can you make a graphic for me with our coach on the sideline for something, and it came back with Ron Rivera, yo, and I was like, dog. Ron Rivera ain't even here.
They sometimes they don't. You have to give it the prompt and let them know what
you gotta be specific. Yeah.
I really do. Coach, I really do.
Here's the thing about AI, like
TV tripping.
I test it a lot at work, and so we're always doing new LLMs, large language models and stuff. AI is like this. It knows everything in the world, but it knows nothing about the world. That's how you got to treat it.
For real.
You got to take the prompt class are worth their weight in gold, even if you pay for them.
I did the prompt. I did the prompt. Yeah.
Unlimited knowledge.
So training camp is around the corner. How everybody feeling about training camp? Everybody excited?
Woo woo.
It's about time.
We had to hiatus. We're gonna be dropping content every day. We're gonna have to try like go crazy now. We gotta be dropping content every day.
You on number 3 today, bro.
Hey, look, man, we back. Like you know what? Like in the 80s.
Like when Jamaica's on In Living Color. I'm a policeman and fireman.
Bro, it was like a point.
All going to training camp?
Videos a day at one
point.
On
the 4th.
I'll be there on the 3rd. I'm going on the 3rd.
Just miss you.
You on the 3rd, Swayze? I bet we in there.
Okay.
I'm going on the first day. Just what you
look at you. Them drinks were sold out.
I know.
I'll be there. I'll be there every day except the joint practice.
You're going to every one of them?
I'm gonna try to go to every one of them. I didn't get anything for the joint practice, but I got other days.
But you should have content for days.
I better see a vlog every day, Kay.
Exactly.
See a vlog every day.
I know. I gotta get into the live streams. I gotta
vlog. Oh, you bet.
Jump.
So is everyone going? Is there anyone that's not going to be able to make it? I know you
say
you're not
going to
make
it. Bad timing. Bad timing.
I'll do the vlogging for us.
I'm trying to join practice. I'm mad though.
I got stuff that I already had committed to on the weekends during camp. So I was like, I can't make it.
Just don't get caught with your phone at Baltimore though. Don't ever get caught with your phone at Under Armour. They don't play. Let me tell you. I don't know if they're doing it, if they're going to open up a joint practice up there, but it's a nice facility, and they literally got Hawks in the stands. I went Sam Howell's a quarterback at 23. Wait,
20, yeah, it was 23. It's 23.
24. And man, I saw at least 8 people get kicked out of the facility for trying to film when they weren't supposed to film, text when they weren't supposed to text. They're brutal up there.
Oh no!
You talking about the Ravens? The Ravens one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be sour if I drove.
I'm not going to Baltimore for nothing.
It was so nice. I got a vlog on our channel. It was way better than our facilities. I'm not gonna lie. Everything about it.
Yeah, it definitely is way better than our stadium. I'm not going to Baltimore.
I wouldn't be surprised if they start putting limitations on content creators when they come out. I would not be surprised.
They used to have content creator days. Like, there used to be days for us to show up.
Yeah.
When Julie was in charge.
I don't know though.
We put out better content than the Fox people and all that. Like, stop playing with us. We do this. Stop playing with us.
That's why I don't watch mainstream.
They've been
I will say I was down Rapid Command this at one of the creator days at Camp down in Richmond. That was wild. You gotta think, you got people like me there. Steve couldn't make it, but like Rio's there. LE back when he was doing the Declassified. Corey Sanchez. All these people were there.
Whatever happened to Anto the Bob?
That's when Jason Wright was doing Electric Slide. Remember that?
Yeah, that was Jason Wright doing Electric Slide with Rio.
Yeah.
Good time. Oh, wow. I just had a visual.
Electric slide, Phil.
Let me tell you something. It was the slowest electric slide you've ever seen in your life.
Oh my God.
Now I will say this, they were doing it to outstand, which is like you can't move too fast to outstand.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna take any pictures this time. Every person I took a picture with in 2023, gone.
What do you mean gone, man?
Like Jamin, Sam, Carson.
Oh, you talking about
Rivera,
not for all them, bro. John Allen, all
Gibson. I got like 12.
I got one with Terry, so I'm good though.
I did not get one with Terry. I got one with the other guys. All the other guys. Every one of them gone.
You got a whole phone full of Inman pictures, huh? You just
nobody.
Oh yeah, Sam.
Nobody.
I ain't never get no pictures. I just got autographs.
All them boys gone. C-Rod, all them gone, bro.
Gone.
Crazy work.
Good riddance. He went to UK. Bye.
I was like, this is my first one, so what should I expect? Like,
you were tapping in. It's a lot new. It's a lot of news that happened.
You're talking about at the training camp, okay? What to expect? So it's go there like super early. Like we thought we were getting there early, and it was the line had already started. So it's like you gotta go like a couple hours early.
It's gonna be hot too.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the weather. It's supposed to be like 80 something degrees. So it's still I won't go early, but you definitely can take your camera. You can take your like phone in there. They do let you take pictures of the players and stuff. There's a part when they start doing the actual like 7-on-7 stuff. They make you put the camera up, but up until that point, when they do have a kind of like period where the players come out and you can get like pictures and video of them kind of like warming up and stuff like that. You just got to make sure you're on the right side. I hope this year someone brought out that because sometimes they put the defense way on the opposite side. Way on
the opposite side. You can't.
Yeah, and I hope they kind of like swap it out. Yeah. But it's they do kind of limit what you can film when they start to do.
Yeah.
That's
the one thing I liked about Richmond is you can go on either side. You can see both sides.
Yeah,
everything down there. You get to walk around. But I mean, there. If you want to know, and I'm sure AJ can back me up on this. After practice, it's always really cool. Players coming around, signing stuff, people hanging out. They'll take pictures with you. Whatever. I got a picture of me with my boy Samaje P. Ryan. I was happy about that.
That's all right. That's an archive right there.
I know. I still have. I saw that popped up in my feed. Like, because I went down there like early
record in the NCAA.
I thought that dude was gonna be the guy for us. Instead, he's a guy for Cincinnati still. But
I thought RG3 when I went to the one in Richmond, and I thought RG3 was going to be the guy.
We don't talk about Bob Griffin. Don't talk about Bob Griffin on here. Bob Griffin. Don't talk about Bob Griffin on here. Don't do that. Don't talk about Griffin on here. Talking no goofballs.
But I did not know I'm small.
Go ahead,
he was huge.
Well, here's the thing. I remember back when he started, everybody was RG3. He's like, he hadn't even played it down in the league. Some dude from the Giants like, we don't give him a nickname when you haven't played it down in the league. So we're gonna call him Bobby Griff. I've been calling him Bobby Griff. Bobby Griff.
Griff is crazy. That's his name now. Bob Griffin, man. Call that boy Bob Griffin.
Bobby.
He know nothing.
Bobby 3 Sticks.
Booby Griffin.
I muted Bob Griffin on socials 5 years ago. That's the
This is a safe
space. What up, Herb? What up, Herb?
What up, Herb?
I got Bobby 3 sticks still. I still listen to him. Brian Clark blocked me, but other than that.
Hey, I am proudly blocked by Jay Gruden.
Hey, what y'all thoughts about getting fired from ESPN?
I don't watch
get fired every day, B.
I don't even watch I
don't know the difference that it'll make. I don't watch
right?
it.
In the middle
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I just laugh. I ain't gonna lie.
I like his analysis, but then like when he first got on there, but as time went on, I was like, oh yeah, he falling in line with everybody else. So you can tell the difference.
Hey man,
he don't need it.
I'll never make fun of a man showing emotion, but bro, you made your money, gang. You don't need to cry, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's fine.
I think it was deeper than that.
Doesn't he still have what is it? The pivot.
He ain't got clocky in the
That joint still jumping. That joint still like that.
I mean,
his wife ain't leaving him because he broke tomorrow.
I understand. I don't think it's about that. I think it's like
it's deeper than that. Yeah,
I think he's fine. I think when you work somewhere for 10 years, and I think he needed to mourn the loss of the job where that. Because I remember when Ryan Clark started out, he was a player. He did back in the day when he had to do the internships. Like he wasn't like one of these like. Nowadays, if you got like a podcast platform, they just throw you up there, kind of like Cam Newton. I understand how Cam Newton was like completely dissociated from getting fired because it's like I ain't put no sweat equity into that. But I remember Ryan Clark really having to like back in the day when they made the athletes earn it because they had real journalism back in the day. That man had to go up to Bristol, do internships. He had to really like be a real journalist. So I can see how you invested that kind of equity into it, but like. At the same time, I'm just like, bro, like, I just don't think you understand how that platform is no longer for you. That audience is not for you. So you got your own thing going on. Sometimes just like you got to move on from things. So, I mean, I give him in the moment, you're having a vulnerable conversation. So maybe he need to mourn the loss of that job, but I think he's fine. I think
he
that
also talked
fine.
about being accepted. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
But he also talked about being accepted and never feeling like he was accepted from the time, when he was started playing, being undrafted. And so I think it goes deeper than just that. So it's.
But that's what I do as someone who I'm a little irritated by that too. Maybe because I have my own journey in the corporate environment and not feeling accepted. And that's when I say getting out of that environment. And getting into a different environment. I feel so much better. Like, so that's where having like gone through something like that and come out on the other end of it and be like, hey, sometimes stuff is for the best.
Right.
I'm just at a point in my journey where I'm like, Ryan, just like, this is for the best, bro. Just like move on. Like,
he about to level up. He about to
elevate.
I wouldn't even like. I get why you showed emotion. You've been in for a decade. You went up the ladder. You poured it, sweat, blood, and tears, and all that. I get it, but, bro, you ride up. You're gonna be all right.
You're gonna be all right.
I miss him on what's that? The Monday Night Football, the pregame.
Now it's gonna be trash.
Marcus Spears and
now it's gonna be trash now.
I know.
I didn't like him.
I'm not even watching Monday Night shows no more.
I did not like him on the shows where I didn't like him on Get Up or First Take because
I ain't gonna Get Up at all.
Yeah, I think that's too much. Like there were times where it's like it went beyond just the analysis in football, and I think that's what got him in trouble a lot because of his very strong opinions on certain things, and sometimes people are not tuning in and stuff like that. It's one of the reasons why I don't really like Stephen A. I don't care about your thoughts and opinions on things. Like, can you just talk ball?
Yeah.
I did kind of.
A lot of fans feel that way.
But I liked him on NFL Live and I liked him on Monday Night Countdown because it was just strictly about ball. And I do think he's a great analyst in terms of when he starts to get into talking football, that part of him being a football player, like I love that for him. But I wasn't really here for a lot of the guys. I didn't like Cam Newton on the morning shows, and I didn't because a lot of that is just debate style and stuff like that. So, and I just wasn't into it. Like
somebody said Netflix might pick him up.
Man, I almost tried CBS picking up all that.
I forgot Netflix.
I never liked Cam on ESPN. Period.
I didn't like Cam on ESPN either. I did like Bart Scott. Like now, I enjoyed Bart Scott.
Oh yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
What about
I enjoyed Charles Davis too.
What about Shannon Sharp?
I didn't like him either. I don't. That's not my style. I am strictly talk ball, and there was too much trying to entertain on those morning shows for me to the point where I just stopped tuning into the morning shows. Like,
and it's last time I watched.
Once Shannon got to his off the field nonsense, off the off the record nonsense with my Michelle and all that, bro. I was like, yeah, I always want to watch.
Yeah, that stuff is, but they're trying to entertain.
Bad weird.
Yeah, so I feel like they get back to football talk because they got all the NFL Network guys that they're bringing in. So we'll see how it goes. I kind of enjoy.
They do on NFL Network now, right?
Yeah,
that makes it even weirder. They would fire an NFL guy. They could just put him on the network.
Well, I think they're more getting away from the football players and kind of going in the direction of
journalism
and analysts. I think they're kind of trying to course correct. So we'll see how it goes.
I listen to y'all more than I listen to mainstream, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm say that's why I'm like, it is what it is for mainstream. I'd rather be on YouTube.
I might tune in to B. Mitch and Finley, and that'll be about it.
Oh yeah.
That's as far as I go. Like, local people cool. Like I listen to John Cameron, something about it. Speaking of players,
and I listen to Lake.
Someone asked a question about somebody.
Looks like RD is cornerback one by default, praying for Trey.
Yeah, what's up with this most thing? I want everybody to go individually.
Okay, so you're starting at the top.
What's the question?
Asia at the top. Go ahead, Asia.
So Trey Amos, the Trey Amos of it. I think that I got yelled at. I said that man wasn't in shape, and you would thought I said Trey was fat or something like that. I was like, I just feel like if you are naturally healing a broken fibula in the off season, you cannot work out or do the things you need to do to be in football shape. So I personally feel like that the fracture is healed, but I don't think he's ready to go in terms of like football shape. I think he needs to somewhat be ramped up, and that's what's going on here. But in terms of like Rasul Douglas, I felt like that addition was needed even before we knew anything about Trey Amos. I just felt like the ceiling of the back end depth I wasn't comfortable with, but it's like you needed another kind of like you needed more boundary help, period. So I do think when we added him, I felt way more comfortable about this room than I did before. But hearing that Trey's not ready to go, I'm back at square one, and that now we're thin at the boundary. So, but I do see him because he's not. The room is really young. Outside of Amik, I don't see Amik as a high level kind of like starter. Trey Amos was a second-year player, so he still had to prove to me he was cornerback one. I don't think he was there yet. I do think he's on that trajectory, but there's just not enough on tape for him to tell me that he's cornerback one. And I don't think Mikey is a cornerback one in this league. I think Mikey's always going to be a cornerback two. So that's why I say Rasul Douglas immediately walks into this room and he's cornerback one. It's just where the talent level is.
By default, there's no choice.
Yeah, but go ahead, Erica.
Yeah. What was the question? I couldn't.
We're talking the Trey Amos injury, him being on the pup list right now, and is Rasul Douglas CB1 by default as of today?
Oh yeah, he's absolutely CB1. And when I saw that he was on the pup with Trey Amos and the others as well, I looked at it and a lot of people saw it and it's like, oh my God, they got really worried and stuff. But what the key word for me was active, so he can be activated at any time during training camp. And so I wasn't too worried about it. I understand that he is just coming off an injury and they're just being patient. This is what professional organizations do. They make the right decisions. And sometimes we're just not used to it as fans, seeing stuff like that, and we automatically think the worst. So I am not too worried about Trey. Like Asia said, I think he do need to get in football shape. And so I would say probably in the middle of training camp, he will be back there on the field.
Okay.
Well, yeah, like they said, of course, Rasul Douglas was going to be cornerback one. But I will say, once again, I think I might be on the island, but I was concerned already about the cornerback room, bringing Russell Douglas in. That made me feel a little bit better, but I was hoping that Trey Amos would be ready. Yes, his injury was awful, so I kind of was already thinking like, especially when he wasn't participating in OTAs, I was like, yeah, this might not be going the way we want it to go. So I would like for them to possibly, depending on who becomes available later, if it's a big name or whomever, I would like us to add somebody else if we have to, depending on their production. But yeah, Russell Douglas as of right now is going to be our cornerback one. It's like, yeah, by default, like y'all said.
Dev, I don't go Phil.
That's how I feel about it. Oh my God, bro. It's, man, trash. That's what our Speaking of Trey Amos, the dude got stiff armed into a broken leg, bro. We just gloss it over there, dog. The dude got stiff armed into a broken leg, and like you said, he didn't even rehab that right when he came back. It's a broken leg, man. Like, he's 22 years old. A broken leg, he should be back like 8 to 9 weeks or something.
Right.
Until he starts.
It's a tough injury though.
Yeah, broken finger.
I guess, bro.
That's tough.
What, he have like 8 starts last year? Who knows how good this is? I mean, anyone's better than Mikey Sanders. Anybody's better than Mikey Sanders still, bro.
Don't do that. Mikey's
He is a grown man at 5'8" named Mikey.
That's the name they gave him, though.
No. I'm actually a fan of the dude. I'm actually a fan, man, but he's just not good enough to start. I'm like, the dude gave up all kinds of touchdowns last year, man. It was like
did you realize what he was playing with last year?
I mean, I know who they was playing against last year. That's why when I hear these practices, they're like, oh, our receivers, they look good with just Terry out there. I'm like, because they playing against the Special Olympics at cornerback, bro.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
OTAs don't count. The wide receivers better look good. They playing against air. Like, what
Mikey Sarah still got beat like he owed people money out there, bro. He got beat like he had an Aaron's furniture couch in his house. Answer the door. That's how they was beating on him. Like Aaron's furniture beating on your door. When you rent a center, it's beating on him like rent a center, bro.
Did you feel that way about him in 2024?
I felt like he wasn't the number one. I mean, this is how bad he was. Lattimore got cut because he's not that good. He was better than Mikey Sanders still last year, bro.
No, he was not.
Man, pull up the stats.
I'm going to interject here.
Men lie, women lie, numbers never lie. Pull up them grades.
I'm interjecting here. No. We're not doing this. Yes, Mikey was bad. I'm not disagreeing.
Mikey gave up a league top touchdowns last year.
But bro, at least he forced turnovers. Marshawn couldn't look for the football. At least Mikey did something right. Marshawn did nothing right.
Marshawn didn't get a touchdown
with no seasoning. What are we talking about?
No, he was bad.
Lattimore gave up a sheer number of explosive plays and yardage through DPIs alone, bro. I'm sorry.
How many touchdowns Mikey give up?
That's his name.
How many touchdowns Mikey gave up last year?
Marshawn Lattimore, his son, on national television. He made
Trey had a higher PFF grade, Dev.
He said,
Mikey was like,
I ain't talking about Trey. I'm talking about Mikey and Lattimore.
Mikey had a 52.7 last year, and Latimer had a 53.2. So
right. They both cheeks, bro.
Double cheeks.
We're arguing over who's the most cheeks.
The cheekiest.
You know what I'm saying, bro. The only reason y'all giving Mikey benefit of the doubt. The only reason we're giving Mikey benefit of the doubt because he's a second or third year player, and we didn't have to give up second round picks for him. That's what made Lattimore so bad. If Lattimore was picked in the 5th round and played like Lattimore did last year, he'd still be on the team, bro. But because he wasn't, we got this other guy on the team who's just as cheeky. He's just as ass.
I think a draft pick is going to get the benefit of the doubt because of upside and developmental runway. There's no more developmental runway for Lattimore.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's already going to decline.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why we're hard on him. But if you just looked at the numbers and watch how they played on film, He outplayed that dude, and he still played bad. He still was trash.
The whole defense was trash.
I don't
Yeah,
think
trash.
say,
29th. And I mean,
forced turnovers.
what do you do to fix this, though? What do you do to fix the corners, man?
A better pass rush.
A better front. A better front.
Better
pass rush.
We better hope it works.
Let me help you out here, Dev.
We had one of the most caps
Go
in
ahead,
the league.
go ahead,
Bring it home. Bring it home.
Let me get to my thoughts in a second. Your thoughts on Amos, and we'll get to this Mikey and Lattimore thing.
Let me see if I can turn this conversation in a different direction. After Dan Quinn took over the defense last year, Lattimore's gone. Mikey was playing better than he did early in the season. His play picked up when Dan Quinn took over the defense because they were putting him in better situations to benefit his skill set. I don't think Rasul Douglas walks in quarterback one. I think he's CB2 right now. I think Mikey is CB1 at the moment.
Wow.
Oof.
Hold on. Super chat take priority. I can give you one moment.
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
He let him on BBL levels of cheat. Oh my gosh.
Man, I'm telling you, they're both bad, bro. I know.
Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry, Phil. Go ahead, continue. My fault, bro. Go ahead.
Anyway, no. You need to get that one off. And I get it. If you look at it, everybody was terrible last year, but everybody being terrible brings down everybody's individual level of play too. I think that this defense is going to be for Mikey, who's the type of guy who does force turnovers, to have a front seven that's going to put lots of pressure on the quarterback. It's going to look from all different angles. Is going to give Mikey an opportunity to shine because he thrives when that happens because he does get turnovers. I think that he comes in corner one, he can lose it, but right now I think Rasul Douglas is CB2. Now, if Trey Amos is healthy, it's competition for who's going to be one. And they don't do
what did y'all see in
Durante Jones defense? They don't do follow the wide receiver one. They don't.
True.
So you really don't need a true CB1. It's just gonna be you gotta do your job.
Do your job.
Who's across
efficiently.
Yeah.
So
what did y'all see?
I think it's kind of a it's not really a great conversation to have because we're not gonna be running man. We're gonna be running lots of zone. So
what did y'all see in Amos?
I think that Mikey played really well in 2020.
Prototype.
I mean, just size, height, and all that. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're thinking like
I guess what I saw him in a moment when it comes.
I like what I saw when he was against Neighbors that game against the Giants.
If you want to
type of Giants, I liked how he kept. I liked how he kept up with Malik Neighbors. I mean, that was.
If you want to know, exactly. I mean, that's
he did a good job.
He made Neighbors work for every yard he got in that game.
But you notice that they didn't throw his way.
In 2020, on our podcast, Dev insisted we should turn Cam Sims into a safety.
It's on wax. It's on wax, ladies and gentlemen. On wax.
We have that. We have that clipped to this day.
They should have.
Dev wants a 6'5".
He probably beat out Quan Martin. He probably beat him out.
So Dev likes big body receivers and big body corners. That's why I've spent the entire offseason selling him on Antonio Williams because he wanted some 6'4" dude to that wide receiver.
I get that. I get it.
It's really good. Same thing at corner. All right. Yeah, size can be an issue, but when you got quarterbacks getting hit in the backfield, throwing these balls up, looking like an average Taylor Heineke pass, just kind of wobbling out there, it's going to be perfect.
It's a hospital ball.
Yes.
What did you call it yesterday?
He's going to be picking them off.
The hospital.
Some of the top end wide receivers in the league today are not big receivers, though. So that does attract that.
I just want a good one. I don't care how big.
Yeah. So I mean, the 6'4" receivers are tight ends nowadays. Like they not spending money on them boundary receivers like that. They going out there getting them a tight end that can run receiver routes, like Reverend and Chig or whatever. So
I just need somebody better than Treylon Burks.
I need Treylon just to be a red zone target.
We got two of them.
We agreed there.
He was on the team for like 10 weeks and had like 8-9 catches, bro. I don't know what y'all gonna see this year. Y'all didn't see it last year. He was on the team most of the year last year. He didn't do nothing.
I want to hear.
But everybody was hurt.
Steve's take on the question
on the Amos stuff and all
like
that.
Miss K. Listen, like I also had a concern. Cornerback room and center, my two big concerns. So yes, I'm worried. This is supposed to be a fracture, a November 2025 fracture. If you ever had a fracture, it requires no surgery. Usually, it heals on its own. So yes, I'm worried he's starting on the PUP list on a position group that was already a little bit suspect to me. But like y'all said,
just be conditioning though.
The linebackers alone will change the dynamic of the defense. The athleticism, Chanel and Sonny, that's all I need to see. The cornerbacks will be fine. Yes, Dev, Mikey gave up 9 touchdowns last year. Credited with 9. Marshawn Lattimore, 2. What did we see in Trey Amos? He's credited with 1 touchdown last year. Just one. So yes, Rasul Douglas is a little bit of buffer room. Even if Trey comes back, I'm still worried about the cornerback room. I think the linebackers, there's no slow ass Bobby Wagner with no east-west speed to you run across his face. That's over. The days of that are over. So the corner shouldn't have to cover more than 3 seconds. Yeah. Thank you. That's my take.
I like it.
I also think our corner play is going to be improved because Will Harris is back and Nick Cross is back there.
Oh,
at safety.
So
I like Cross.
So my thoughts on the whole Amos thing. I'm gonna keep it short and brief. I know I already want to talk. So my thoughts on the Amos thing is, why you not healed yet? What is going on, gang? Like, bro, it's 9 months, gang. It's a 4-month injury max. That means I don't think he took his rehab seriously. Nor do I think I think bro's on Twitch a little too much to be on that field. I'm sorry. I'm not that type of guy that we all got podcasts and channels over here. But we're not professional athletes. I need you to lock in, bro. I don't think he locked in this offseason.
You know what? I feel you on that. I don't think he was locked in a lot. Like last year, he wasn't. To me, he wasn't. He just doesn't have that focused mentality to me. He just doesn't.
A little too chill. A little too chill, like his name.
I don't have enough information to say that. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind you being chill.
I just watch body language.
Yeah, it's hard. I think he's just a young guy. I'm okay. I like that. I need a few guys on the team. I need my cornerback one to have that kind of bravado, right? I need bravado. Just like I need me a little diva wide receiver. So like you gotta have I like what he brings in his demeanor. I will say this: it is really hard to judge rookies on an off season because they coming straight out of the college season so they don't get to have a true off season. So I don't think, I will say this, and I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I do think that it is not intuitive for young players to have those professional habits. So I do want to agree with the take that maybe, I'm not going to say he did not take his rehab seriously. Maybe he's not there yet to understand what all it takes to rehab to bring your body back up to the level of play it needs to be. Yeah. He might be one of those younger players that are just like, okay, I feel good walking on it and running on it, so I'm good to go, right? That's never being injured to that level before. I understand what's needed. So I think that maybe there's some lessons that need to be learned. I said this on the feed. I said, if you had information that his fibula was not healed and it was still broken, you draft the corner or you pick up another boundary corner earlier in the free agency period. I think they had an expectation he was good to go. He gets in the building and the physical stuff is not there. Maybe the bone is healed, but he's not hitting markers. He can't cut on it. There's no explosion. He can't do certain things. That's because in the off season, you are not necessarily working out to the level you need to work out to. So I think that's kind of what happened. I think he's a young player that probably misunderstood what all was needed to get his actual body back into playing shape. And that it was as simple as just let the bone heal and I'm good to go. So I think it's some growing up that some of these younger players have to do in kind of being professional athletes that, you know, they don't have it.
We don't have that veteran leadership, especially in that backfield. Like they're all young.
Somebody said, tell them about Dorrance Wise and Amos having the meeting in the Instagram. I think they all.
No, they did have the meeting in Instagram. I did think that.
Yeah, I think they all ready to go and irritated with the pup list. So we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Oh, speaking of Dorrance Armstrong and Dietrich Wise, we can get our thoughts on that too. I'll go ahead and kick my thoughts off real quick. Not surprised that Dorrance Armstrong is on that list. You know, the ACL tears nothing to play with. Not surprised. I don't know how he's gonna look off this injury. We'll find out. Before the injury, he was out there just giving offensive tackles hell, and then he got hurt. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that once he does actually come back. What kind of role he'll have, that's gonna be interesting. I think he's the biggest wild card of all these guys, like because he played so well last year, he got hurt. That if he gets back to that level, this defense is gonna really be a problem. But as for Dietrich Wise, like keep rehab with the fencing, bro. Like you'll be okay. Like you'll be okay, my boy. Like, I ain't worried about D Wise that much, but Dorrance, I'm a little concerned because it is an ACL and ACLs are nothing to play with, especially when they're fully torn. Any thoughts from anyone else? Y'all can rapid fire if y'all want.
So I guess we can start with the other. Since we went first, we can lead with the.
Hey, go ahead, fellas.
With the fellas.
All right, Steve, you can go first since you went last.
Hey, listen, Dorrance is owed about what 11 million or something like that this year.
Yeah, 11.
This is his final year. Like you got a team out next year. It is what it is. I think his time might have culminated here. I mean, do we need him up front? Yes, you need everybody you can up front. But I'm okay because I think we're going to see Deron Payne give his contract game on. So once again, it's all about identifying the risk and mitigating the risk. And then I think they're going to mitigate the risk with Deron Payne showing up for 1 year. Not too worried about. Yeah, I want to see Dorrance because he had that monster sack. Like, what he got? What did he get that first year? How many sacks did he get? Was it like 8, 9? I don't remember.
I think it was 8.
That's what I want to see again.
7.5, I think.
Yes. Also,
yes.
Joshua Joseph will also. I'm just projecting here. I think he's going to help mitigate that too because I think that guy's
that's Adrian Homer again.
That's
monster. He is
untapped right there.
Yes. When he gets unleashed, just watch out. So then with Dietrich Wise,
is he playing linebacker or on the line?
Both.
You can't trust the depth chart, so we don't know it. Like one day I saw him as a linebacker, another day I saw him as an edge rusher. I don't know what they're gonna do.
He said,
I think they're gonna use him all over.
In his interview, he said they got him playing Sam, so he's gonna play some linebacker, and then
he's gonna be like with Owe and.
Yeah, he's one of those. He's an outside linebacker, so he's not like a straight DN. Yeah,
Trayson and Louvu now.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Pretty deep.
Joseph's and Payne mitigated.
Yep.
Go ahead, fellas.
See, for me, like I'm a big Dorrance Armstrong fan. I thought he was off to a great start last year, and we got hurt. That hurt me to see. I think Wise is the kind of guy. He's good edge setter, run stuffer type. Somebody you could definitely get in the mix. Dorrance Armstrong is the one I want to see if he can break loose, especially because now we have pass rushing help at other positions with Chasen, with Owe, and maybe if Joseph can show that he was severely undervalued, too. The more weapons you have, the more it frees up other guys to raise hell. And I think that Dorrance is one of those guys who can take advantage of that. I mean, Dorrance wasn't getting a ton of help last year, and he was the one kind of creating the opportunities for other people to make plays.
Yeah.
It's contract year, Deron Payne. That's going to help as well. I think our front seven is
they're official.
They're going to stand on business. I think that we have this thing we've been doing this over under. Will the Commanders have a top 15 defense in the league? And I said, I don't know if it'll be top 15. I think they're going to be somewhere between 12 and 18. But considering they were 28th last year, that's a huge jump up. And I think they can do that with a rather thin cornerback room. Because I think that front seven is just loaded. It's beyond loaded. To the point that I look at some of the guys we have, and it's like this guy could start, or we could cut him.
Which one?
Javon.
Well, I mean, I'm just talking about guys. Just
George Baggy, McGee, where he's
you look at the edge, for instance. Like, I know Steve loves Joseph, and he's flashed early in minicamp and so forth. But it's like if he were to not make this team, he will because he's a draft pick. But if he were to not make this team, I don't think we miss anything because of everybody else we've got that's playing the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of, whoever we keep, we're going to get similar production because we got a lot of really good players at those positions. And if they're going to keep them all, that's even better. A lot of fresh bodies coming in on and off the field. Durante Jones loves the blitz and loves the blitz from anywhere and everywhere. Mm-hmm. So if that's going to be the case, by all means, keep the bodies fresh.
Down.
Keep the bodies fresh. Just rotate new guys in there, and you never know who's coming from where. Cool with me. But I think Dorrance Armstrong is someone that can benefit from being in a system like that because not all the attention is going to be on him.
Right.
Mm.
Who's the front four starters for you think? Across the front line
it's going to be I know the interior is going to be Kinlaw and Payne. It all depends because we're going to be running. They say it's a 3-4. It's really a 4-3 hybrid, or you can call it even 5-2 if you really want to be weird with it. But I think that Owe starts. I think Dorrance starts at edge. Or let me put it this way: when I say start, the guys who get the most snaps. We'll put it that way.
So you're gonna have Leo, Styles, and Luvu. And you also got Chase in there. Does he sign that contract to sit on the bench?
Well, Jason only signed for like $7.5 million or something like that. It wasn't a heavy contract.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's gonna get plenty of play time. He's gonna be key in that rotation. All right.
I think he signed to be a pass rush specialist.
I'm Mr. Historian here. So I'll tell you this. Back in the day, Richie Pettibone was defensive coordinator. We would rotate. We had steady rotation on the defensive line. Only one man stayed on the field the entire time. That was Charles Mann. Everybody else in like 91, if you ever watch those games, the rest of the defensive line, constantly guys coming in and out. And I think you're going to see a lot of that here. It's all going to be situational.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to put the people in for certain situations, certain packages.
That's where that versatility comes from.
So guys are going to get. You're not going to have 11 guys, doing 90% of the snaps for the most part. So you're going to have a couple guys to get those. Packages. Yeah, there's going to be tons of packages. Chasen's going to get his because I like Cleavon Chasen. I think he's a solid pass rusher. I love Owe. I'm a Penn State guy, so I love Owe.
Yes, sir.
Well, and they paid him, so he better.
Yeah,
right.
They paid him for a reason.
Yes,
right. He better, yeah.
But they also paid him
receiver.
Bro, you just ran a receiver, bro.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm about to we ain't talking about it.
But man,
y'all want to have this conversation? That's what we doing?
What was the? I forgot what the topic was.
How we feel about Dietrich Wise and Dorrance Armstrong?
I
think just say ditto.
Most of what they said, I don't think Dorrance Armstrong, to your point, because of that ACL and because he's a pass rusher, and I think he's going to need a little bit more because of how he works off of that knee. You don't want to put him at risk. I saw that Dietrich Wise might not make the roster, and I think that is the only one where I'm not sure because he is kind of like the big body D, and that's kind of the run stop guy.
Yeah,
you got their interior linemen are very versatile. They got Charles Omenihu, who plays DN, that you can move him all over the line. He's also a good run stopper. So it's just like, I don't know about Dietrich, but but I think Dietrich might be coming back sooner than Dorrance, and that's why they signed a whole bunch of edge rushers in the offseason. On top of, I think that is how the scheme works. I think it's more of a hybrid, kind of like what the Seahawks did with their rotation of edge rushers, where they kept them fresh, where it's kind of like the deployment of blitzes and pass rush on every down. So I do agree with what Phil said in that you got to have a lot of bodies. So I think Dorrance is the kind of guy that's kind of going to be the one that probably is on the list the longest and not starting.
Yeah, he's gonna get plenty of time once he's healthy, just because of that contract. They're gonna want to see if they can get their money's worth out of him for sure.
Yeah, I think they're gonna let him get his snaps. He's too good though. Like you cannot ignore what Dorrance Armstrong brings to a defense. You can't, even if you have other guys, he's still a DN that can play head up on the larger tackles. He's a very physical edge setter, and he's very great as a single gap penetrator, and also as a just as a rusher and a run stopper. So he does way too much for you to just bring him back and kind of push him off to the side because you got Owe and Chase on. So they'll find a way to use him.
I completely agree with that.
Y'all pretty much said. I would say y'all pretty much said everything.
Yeah, that's what I
don't have anything to add. Y'all cover all bases.
Yeah,
and I will say I do think it's more like
and McGee.
Where'd y'all see
I think McGee's on the
lineup. What's he gonna be?
You said Louisville?
Newton.
He's gonna be
pass
rotating in the
rush.
middle.
He gonna come off that bench and play. He gonna come off that bench, boy. He ain't starting.
Yeah. I think like a I don't think it's over for him on every down. I don't think he's not a run stopper. So I think he's also going to be kind of one of those package personnel pieces. I think it's more so for most of the line. Don't forget we got a true nose tackle in Tim Settle. Like I think we keep forgetting about Tim Settle. Yeah,
people don't mention him a lot.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be an interior Kinlaw, Payne, and Settle for most of the snaps, and then I think you bring Johnny in for games and stunts and things like that. I think that's how you should use him, and I think that's the best way to use him.
When we trade Payne for a fourth at the trade deadline, that's when Johnny will step up.
Yeah. Everybody keeps trying to trade the wrong man.
I don't think I let it go for it,
right?
I don't think I let it go for it, but I do it.
You gonna walk for nothing?
Don't you get a compensatory pick for him? Or
maybe.
That's a strong maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. He gotta make a Pro Bowl.
Very strong.
Which he might.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I think
if we don't trade at the trade deadline, you don't get nothing for that, man.
That's it.
All right. So.
Philo, what about Terry too, though?
Oh boy. We brought up this topic.
You don't think Terry holds out next year?
No.
Buddy Baker better not pull that mess.
Man, I think his contract's like 30-something million.
No, it goes from 18 this year to 34 next year, and I don't think we're going to pay him 34.
Non-guaranteed, dog. You think he plays on a non-guaranteed contract?
We're going to restructure that man's contract. They won't have no other options.
But does he take less than 30-something million?
They're not going to insult him like that and offer less than. I don't think they're in a position to do that. We are not.
I agree with you saying.
Who the X?
They'll give him a retirement extension and let him retire a commander.
It sounds really good, man. But do you really want to pay a 30-something-year-old receiver?
I don't. But you don't have another X.
That's what's scary. That's what's scary.
The front office don't have leverage. Sometimes I need AP to recognize when he does not have leverage. You don't have leverage in this position because you have not effectively done the succession planning appropriately. Say what you want. I really like Antonio Williams. He's a Z slot guy. He's never going to be an X. You either in 2027 or you're going to get that XZ successor. But even if you get that XZ successor, that's a rookie. He's not going to be ready to step right in and be the franchise guy. So AP is not in a position to play them games. Just please get that man his $30 to $33 million so we can move on. Because you don't have the answer on the roster and you do not have any leverage, and you know how that man's daggone agent.
I wonder if he's going to do it though. I felt like last year. The last contract. I felt like AP probably wasn't going to sign McLaurin last time he went through this, man. But I think that he was new to being a GM, and he felt the stress of the whole fan base tell him sign this dude. I don't think he realized
Buddy Baker came in and asked for $35 million.
But he ended up selling. What? He ended up selling for what he asked for the first time. That's what I'm saying. I wonder, man. Like I do think I agree with you guys that we got to bring the guy back. almost have no choice. But I wonder if Terry's like, how much? What's the breaking point that you say to Terry? That's too much for you to be 30-something years old, bro.
I mean,
what's the breaking point?
It depends how he produces this year.
Go ahead. All depends
Terry's 80 catches, 1,100 yards a year, bro. He's 80 catches, 1,100 a year. It don't matter who's quarterbacking. It's the same year, maybe more touchdowns here and there.
I want to hear what Phil's about to say.
Go ahead, Phil. What was you going to say?
Thing. One. Terry's already proven. Outside of injury last year, which is the first time that's happened, even when he came back, he was still the most productive receiver we have.
Yeah.
Terry's proven. Everybody said, "Oh, you fall off after 25." He didn't. You fall off after 27. He didn't. You fall off after 29. He didn't. So basically, Terry's on the. He's not. You don't say a receiver's going to fall off when you're talking about Terry McLaurin until they fall off. Mm-hmm. All right. He's already beat all the projections that everyone tried to put on him to not pay him. All right. So that's already happened. Secondly, I'm going to disagree a little bit on Antonio Williams. Because Antonio Williams did play both inside and out at Clemson. I think Antonio Williams has the potential, I'm using that word, that he could be an X or Y. He could be an outside guy. He can play the outside. He can run the entire route.
X. So when we're saying X, I'm talking about you think he can press man.
Nah, I'm with you.
At his
route running is Terry level.
But he can go up. He can go up against.
I don't think
I think Antonio Williams. There's certain aspects of his game that remind me of Santana Moss.
Okay.
I think it's Debo.
I like him as Z. I'm not. I will have to see it as X only because the prototype of these corners have changed. We're talking about these very long, lengthy, physical guys like Gonzo, PS2, and Stingley.
They gotta be able to stay with him on them cuts though. And Antonio has elite.
I don't think he is Z right now either. I agree with Adrian.
I need to see it.
I said he's a Z.
He said potential.
I said no. I said he is a Z slot.
I don't think he's an X right now.
I don't think he's an X. Now the X is up on the line. Being pressed on the Z plays a little bit off, and that's why I give him the Z because he can get his releases off, and he doesn't necessarily have to get off of that physical corner, so to speak. Like I think he gives you more as a boundary as a Z. When I think about a wide receiver one franchise person, Antonio is going to have to demonstrate to me that on this level, I love him. So this is not me disrespecting him. This is me going. I have not seen it yet where if you look at guys like JSN, if you look at guys like all of those guys, they play in motion a lot. These coordinators are moving them around a lot to make sure that they're not getting jammed and pressed. So if we're talking about he's operating in a scheme where that's how the coordinator is going to get him off as a wide receiver one, I won't disagree with you. But we are talking about just straight up lining them up. And him having to get off these more bigger physical corners on the NFL level. I don't look at anything that an ex receiver does in college because that college play and the defensive talent in college is totally different. So I would have to see him do it on the pro level to say that he can be a consistent X. But I already think that he could be a Z receiver. I'm giving him the Z as a boundary receiver. So I don't disagree with that.
What do you do with Antonio if they would have signed like a guy like Diggs? What would you put Williams at the end? Because they're both slots.
I think that's why you don't sign a Diggs. That's why Diggs still sitting out there.
Yeah.
That's why we have it.
That might be it.
If we wanted him, we would have gotten him a long time ago. I mean, I'm talking about like at the beginning of the offseason. So they obviously didn't see a need for him. And it seems like they have plans for whom we have in the room. I guess maybe if things don't shape out after training camp, then maybe, they'll look to bring someone in. But as of right now, they would have signed Diggs a long time ago.
I mean, I already have Antonio getting the third most targets on this team this year.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Behind who?
Get more targets. Behind
Chig.
Behind Chig.
Jaden loves the tight end.
He loves the slot. He likes that slot.
He's gonna have 1,000 yards. She's gonna have 1,000 yards. I said what I said.
Chig is the opposite of no yak Zach.
I think it'd be Chig and Rashad White.
I've been telling
Rashad
you.
White.
I ain't gonna lie about
He
that.
might be he could be a close third.
I think he'll be a top third down back in the league next year. I think he'll be one of the. Everybody forgets he had that connection also with Jaden for being with him in college.
I have high hopes for
Rashad.
Rashad.
See it. I see it this way. Okay, let's. I want everybody on the round. Tell me your order. So I'll start. I have Terry in targets. Terry, Chig, Antonio Williams, and then. Yeah, if you want to throw Rashad White in there with how they're going to use him in the pass game, he could potentially earn more targets over some of the other wide receivers in the room, just how I see that offensive scheme working out. So, like, I just want to hear everybody's kind of like list of like targets for like the top 4.
That would be my 4.
Chig,
that's
Antonio.
Maybe
Rashad White. Maybe Rashad White. Yeah, Rashad White. And then everyone else.
That's my 4. I'm gonna say Terry.
Yeah.
Antonio.
If you want to say Luke before Rashad, again,
I'm going Luke
Steve
over.
Steve did like this. What you gotta get Luke, Steve?
I think Luke gonna catch more than that.
Nothing wrong with Luke.
I don't know about that.
Luke, here's the weird thing. Luke has one of the highest open rates of any receiver.
Absolutely.
Man, Jaden, for some reason, it wasn't until right before Luke got hurt that Jaden realized that Luke was on the field.
Always open.
Man, who had better out of all these guys not named Terry on our team at receiver? Luke was probably better than all of them. At some point, like it's crazy to look at last year's receivers.
That was my argument.
I got a receiver question. After everybody get their target shares, are you a Burks or Luke guy? Or woman?
I'm a Luke guy. But I hope one of them just plays well, man. I don't care about the name on the jersey. I just hope that Commander's receiver plays well, man.
For Luke too.
Yeah,
I'm more of a Luke guy. I just think that Traylon Burks was going to be the guy that people want him to be. He'd already be that guy. He was a first round pick. First round picks don't suddenly develop in year 5.
7, 6.
Yeah.
6.
See, I'm a Burks guy, but I'm not expecting him to be like a first round pick. I'm just expecting him to be a solid receiver.
So that's half our fan base.
So was it like a 4th receiver?
Half our fan base saw that one great catch and immediately wanted to crown.
But see, I'm not basing that on. I'm not basing on just that one catch. I look at it from a different perspective, and
so
sometimes he is injury prone. Okay, I'm wishing the best for Burks, but I'm the type of person that sometimes the organization that they played in, the quarterback that they played with, it wasn't a good fit for them. Sometimes they just need a fresh start and a fresh momentum, and if he enjoys being around this wide receiver room and these coaches, I think if he can stay healthy, he will be a definite solid piece. Not going back to his first round status. I don't think that. But he is going to be solid in this organization.
What solid look like on the stat sheet to you for Traylon Burks?
I would say about.
He caught, just to let you know, he caught like what 9 catches,
maybe like
10 games.
600-700 yards.
That ain't no
Traylon,
way.
That's the wide receiver.
No way.
So
way.
I want to hear
Steve. 300, 400.
I didn't hear
from Steve that much.
Let's hear from Steve
because I think Steve has
not. Luke is fine. Nothing wrong with Luke. Phil said it. Like Traylon, you're not good in year 6. Like you don't just get good in year 6 or 7. Luke is fine. Luke was always open. If you go back to the numbers, I think for a while he was like number 1 and 2 separation every time he got on the field. But
right,
it's the same. It's going to be what you guys said exactly. It's Terry. It's Chig, it's Tonio, and then I say Rashad White. This is Jaden's breakdown. It's 64% of receivers, 20% to tight ends, 16 to running back. So I think the problem is everyone's going to say this guy's getting 6, this guy's getting 7. Jaden's going to hit 3,800 yards. Let's not anything over that is gravy. He's a 3,800 yard guy, I think, because there's going to be a lot more running, like deliberate running, not Cliff Kingsbury running where it's empty yards. It is deliberate, situational. Not Ryan Kerrigan 4 sacks in one game, we still lose. Empty. It's like deliberate running. So I think the running game will offset. People's like, this guy's gonna get 1,000. This guy's gonna get. I don't think there's that many yards to go around.
Yeah, you're right. You got a point there, but we also had to factor in the fact that last year you can't even judge these receivers from last year. Really, you can't, because who was throwing on the ball?
Yeah.
Who was down to quarterback 2 and 3? So to answer the question about Luke and Treylon, it's Luke for me in terms of just targets. Like if you are sitting back there as a schemer and you're scheming someone up consistently to get targets, it's Luke. I just think that's where he is as a wide receiver versus Treylon. Treylon is more of a possession receiver, red zone target. I can't ignore his body type and profile. Y'all talking about big body receivers, you got to have at least one in the room. You got to have a receiver that when you don't have grass, you start to get in red zone and it's not a lot of grass to work routes, you got to have a big body receiver that could just go up and on catch radius, hands, get it right. So he has a role in the offense based on his profile. I just don't think he's the type of receiver that you are intentionally building your scheme around to get a lot of targets. I don't think he's that type of receiver anymore. So that's kind of how I see them. But I do like Luke in a scheme where you have other high priority weapons occupying defenders, because I think that's why he's always open. I think he's very smart. I think he finds the spaces in the grass. I think he finds and attacks defenders in those mismatches. And so that's one of the things that I really do like about Luke. And that's why I think that Jaden has to put forth more effort to look for him, because he is working hard to get open. Mm-hmm. And when he does get open, he doesn't drop the ball much. Yeah. And then he is getting you yaks and explosive plays, and he makes his way into the end zone. So Luke is not, I think a lot of people, when you say Luke's name, you think we're talking about Luke like he's like this elite wide receiver. No, Luke does some things. He's solid, bro. You gotta just teams. Yeah, and teams, yeah, it's just solid. You gotta have core guys in the room. You gotta have core players that are just like that's just going to be there as these guys kind of leave and rotate out and go through their next contracts and go to the next team. I feel like Luke is that type of guy that's just going to keep renewing his contract and be a solid contributor for the team. You got to have some of those guys in the room. Like everybody can't be the elite wide receiver that's going to, after his contract is up, be looking for big money or leaving to the next team. So hopefully anyone that answered your question.
That answered my question perfectly. Thank you, Asia.
You already know how I feel about Luke.
And Burks thing.
How you feel about Luke, Miss K?
No, I mean everything about like what Asia and what Steve said. I mean, he's that guy. I saw glimpses of it last year before he was injured. He was on a trajectory to be a solid, and like Asia said, I'm not looking, because people are giving me so much flack. I'm not looking for him to be wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2.
Right.
He plays his role well. He is an efficient receiver. And people are talking about Jaden's trust level with him. I'm not sure where that's coming from either. I don't think they were on the field enough for that to kind of, start meshing. But I think this year we'll see it a lot more. And I mean, yeah, it's nice to have, 1,000-yard wide receiver 1 and all that. But with what we have coming in, I mean, I'd rather just everybody get in there, stay healthy, do their job, be efficient, and we win games. That's it.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
that's it. So that all that like wide receiver 1 talk, and even like the talk about bringing somebody in. Me personally, I don't think we need anybody right now. We'll see how training camp shakes out, but I don't think so. If we did, we would have got somebody.
Man, you're right about that. I'm not saying we're going to get somebody else. I mean, if you ask me if we should, yeah, you damn right. Yeah, for sure. Man, I think we got the worst. I think we're probably a top 5.
Who's out? Who's out?
Are you asking me who would you rather grow with this team, or are you asking me who can help more than who would you right now? Our second receiver, you would think might be Luke or Burks. Let's just be honest. That might be the case, right? So if you're asking me if somebody in free agency is better than them two, I can name a few off the top of my head, bro. I'm not saying that's who you need to go get, but if you're asking me who's better than Luke and Burks, I can name about 6 old dudes that are better than them dudes, bro.
Okay,
like,
so
we need, but you're talking about wide receiver 2.
You said wide receiver 2.
Yeah. But
those guys are not the wide receiver 2, though.
I feel like they might be, dog.
No, bro. No. Antonio Williams. It's Antonio Williams.
So you like 2 receivers. Who's the second receiver?
Antonio Williams is the guy. What I'm saying. You can play him. He inside out Z.
Okay. I can still name guys on the bench that's sitting at home probably better than him right now. Like they,
we didn't get a rookie. They think they're better than what we have.
That's not what was asked. They're asking me who you're going to sign. That's guys out there better than the guys we have. You should sign them.
But we didn't get
you can't always be replacing these young players.
Right?
That's
true. That's the
not
argument.
That's the argument.
That's the argument. That's the argument.
Okay.
So we're gonna pay more for somebody that's a veteran than we're gonna give before we give our rookie a chance.
Let's talk about Antonio Williams. Okay, so
Absolutely,
here's the thing.
100%.
So here's the thing. Clemson's wide receiver room. That in 2025, coming into 2025, that was a top 3 ranked wide receiver room. Mm-hmm. And we talking about Ohio State and Auburn, top 3. Mm-hmm. And he was one of the standouts. He was the guy in a top 3 ranked room. Now, he was number 3 or 4. I can't remember. I got to go back. But he was up there in terms of touchdowns and what he was doing compared to some of the other top wide receivers in college. Right. Now, I understand if you are in a I need to win now mode, go out and give me a guy that we might be in different areas there.
The reason I feel that way,
if you are in win now mode, I get you. If you are in win now mode and you think we are one wide receiver away, then go get you that guy that's going to get you there right away. I don't think we're there, and you still need Jaden. You still need Jaden needs to have a wide receiver room he can grow with. Look at Caleb Williams. Caleb's wide receiver room is someone they drafted in every round. They let the veteran go. He got
but they had like 3 first round picks. We got Lucas Shepard.
I get it. Antonio Williams was a first round graded prospect. You're looking at him just because he was drafted in the 3rd round. He can't give you what a first round draft pick gives you.
I'm looking at him because he was drafted in 3rd round. So was Luke. So was Diami. So was the other guys didn't work out. I don't know why
they're not doing that. They're not the same tier wide receivers. I'm gonna go on a limb and say AP reached on Luke. Luke is not a 3rd round talent.
I'll give you that.
And Jalen Lane's not a fourth round talent, right?
Too.
So in my mind, because he reached on Jalen Lane and Luke, I can't put them in the same tier of like Luke was drafted in 3rd and so was Antonio Williams. So they're the same type of prospect. We are talking about AP reaching on Luke. Also, we have to keep in mind what happened in the draft. I really think there was a lot of people who didn't even mock Antonio Williams to us in the 3rd round because they didn't think he would be there.
He was going to be there.
They thought he was going either late 1st or 2nd round. What happened was in the 2nd round of the draft, there was a run on tight ends that pushed the entire like he wasn't the only wide receiver. All the wide receivers started going in the 3rd round. So there's some circumstances that happened that resulted in him going in the 3rd round. But what I'm saying is you have to consider the fact that this guy was in a top 3 room as the leading guy in a top 3 room in the country. And scouts had him coming into 2025 as a 1st round graded prospect. So with all of those things considered, I'm not ready to go, hey, you got to go get an outside guy. Antonio Williams, if he comes in, he busts next year, I'll be ready to say that because I'm so bullish and high on him as a prospect in that he can be your wide receiver too. So I'm of the mindset that we need a wide receiver 3. And if you're saying like bring in a Diggs or go get some because who else is out there? Diggs ain't trying to be a wide receiver 3, bro. He want to come and take the target.
I don't know. Exactly. Here's why I don't mind it. Everything you said, AJ, is absolutely I agree with. Here's my problem with it though. You have a quarterback that's in like his 3rd year, right? You're on a rookie contract. At some point, man, you're gonna get to the point where you can't get blue chip top guys at a high price in free agency or trades because salary wise, all your money is gonna be. Daniels is gonna be a top 1 or 2 paid quarterback in like a year or 2. That's happening. He's just slotted in it. Whether he earns it or not is debatable. He's gonna get that money, bro. It's just gonna be his turn, and you're not gonna be able to get these guys, bro. So right now, I feel like if you can afford I don't care if it's Keenan Allen can help us, dog. I ain't saying the guy needs to come out and get 60 catches.
Well,
I'm saying find us some dudes that can help you win games right now, dog.
But didn't they try in free agency? Maybe they offered that dude but he turned it down. You can't make it.
Maybe they did. Right? You want to go out to Indianapolis with his little golf buddy. What you want him to do, gang? He tried to get Alec Pierce.
Yeah, you're right. He did try to get Alec. I think we all would have been really mad.
Where he is now.
That man sitting on the putt. I would have been so mad. I would have been
Yeah, I got a question for you. I got one question for you, bro. I got one question for you. I get we trying to win now. I get that. You got a quarter on a rookie contract. I understand that. Are we a Stephon Diggs away from beating the Rams?
Man, we might be a Stephon Diggs away from making the playoffs.
No.
No.
Are we a Stephon Diggs away from beating the
playoff team right now?
Hold up.
How many
teams making playoffs? 7 teams making
Phil,
playoffs?
I want to hear Phil. Phil got
I know what you're gonna say, Phil. Say it. As constructed, go ahead. Quote that.
As constructed, I think we're a 9-win team. So we're
what does he say?
A wild card anyway. So to say we're a Stephon Diggs away from the playoffs isn't a stretch to me because Stephon Diggs is still really talented.
Yeah, 1,000 yards last year.
I mean, having a guy like that could get you that extra win you may need to get into the playoffs. Once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen.
Right.
But I think we're on the bubble wild card team right now, as constructed.
Right. If you're on the bubble wild card team, that's what I'm saying. Diggs could help you. I'm not saying you have
Diggs. He was on the bubble wild card team in 2024, but nobody expected us to get there. And look what happened.
Man, we won 13 games.
We ain't have nobody.
13 games that year, but about 6 of those wins came against backup quarterbacks, bro. Let's be real about it.
We were still,
I'm not saying we were bad, but I'm saying that we might not have been really a 13-win team. We definitely wasn't a losing team. But then we played 6 quarterbacks with backups, man. Yeah, look how we played last year with a backup.
Did we not put a 45 on the Detroit Lions being a 1 seed?
I'm not saying we were bad.
We not beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Baker Mayfield. I don't want him on no backup coach in the regular season, bro. We beat 2 quarterbacks back to back and put 45 on the Detroit Lions. I don't want to hear that.
I'm not saying we were bad.
We put 45 on them, and look at the receiver group.
The receivers that was in the room doing it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying we were bad and didn't deserve it. I'm just saying 13 wins, about 6 of them, man. Might have been.
I think we could have had more.
We could have had more. We could have had more. You're right. You think this team's that?
But you bring Stephon Diggs in, and then where do you put him?
No, it don't have to be Stephon Diggs. I'm just saying, like it could be a veteran, like to be in the second, third receiver, man, with these guys.
Are we a 12-13 win? Are we a 12-13 win team?
I don't think so.
Are we a 5-win team? No.
No, hell no.
Which one you think we're closer to?
We're going to be a 9-win team this year, competing for a wild card spot at least. Do we get in? Do we not get in? A lot of things can determine that. But I think that we're not. We had a lot of good luck in 2024 that kind of gave us a couple of extra wins. We also had a lot of bad luck last year that took away some wins.
I agree.
So I'm going to say it's going to split down the middle. We are who we are. We're a wild card team or wild card contender at least. Does Diggs help? Probably.
I think
at the same time, you have Antonio Williams, who right now, as we look at, probably going to spend the majority of his time in the slot. That's where Diggs plays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying you
That's
can
all I'm saying. You need a Z, bro. So who's the Z? Who's your Z, Dad?
You don't I'm not married to Diggs. I'm saying getting help somewhere else. If there are not other receivers, bring Debo's ass back. He also prices.
I don't know.
There's no space for Debo. There's nowhere for Debo.
Debo on the back. Just throwing out names, bro.
Man, you ain't taking Debo over McCaffrey and Burke.
Agent, what man do you have send it to him?
Yeah, I love you, bro, but you tripping, bro. No,
you ain't taking Debo over McCaffrey or Burke.
No, my man ain't got no route tree.
I agree with that, but you ain't taking Debo over. You ain't taking Debo over Burke.
If we saying we need a boundary, I look at wide receivers for not just you want to plug production. I'm looking at how I get that production. Yeah. If I say I got Terry at my X that we gonna move around, I'm good there. If I say we have a legitimate slot in Antonio Williams, I'm good there. What is missing? We need another outside guy. We need a boundary. We need a Z. like, no, I saw Debo struggling to get off and stack corners on the outside. He ain't no Z.
And he ain't fitting
So
the scheme
I'm not. You need a Z. If you said Keenan Allen, maybe that.
Keenan. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not married to the name. I'm saying there's plenty of guys that can help us out there, though.
Oh my gosh, bro.
The problem is that you don't have a lot of boundary receivers out there that you really want to go after.
The reason I asked that, hold on. The reason I asked that question, Dave, is because I don't want to take snaps away from these young dudes that we need to see what we have in them. We don't know what we have in them. You bring in Stephon Diggs, he hoop, cool. We hoop, he plays well, get 1,000 yards. We make the playoffs and go home wild card weekend. And guess what? We stuck at the same place we were next offseason with no answer wide receiver outside of Antonio Williams and Terry McLaurin. We back to square one.
I get why you feel that way. I just want to win now. I'm not worried about next year. I'm worried about this year.
He can play the boundary. He can definitely play the boundary.
You're not beating the Rams, bro. You see that roster, fool?
Antonio Williams is my Z receiver in the 12 personnel. Look, he's my Z receiver.
I'm not trying to make the playoff. I'm trying to win a bowl, bro. That's it. I want to win a bowl. I want to beat the best team. We can't beat the best team right now.
You might do it with Luke.
Our roster ain't that right now. Unless James the force multiply. He's the difference maker. But right now with the roster currently constructed, paper on paper, you're not being LA, bro. Why am I bringing the Diggs for? To make the playoffs? That's cute. And go home wild card weekend? No.
I feel like I'd be happy with. I'd be happier making the playoffs than going home. I'd be happy.
I mean, I get that everybody wants the team to do well. I get it, but I'm looking at longevity and what they're building as far as with these young players. I'm more like, of course, yes, I want us to do well. I want us to make it far this season. But I mean, the players that we brought in, they're all young. So I mean, yes, okay, great. You know, we won a good season, but if we have, let's say, 9 wins this season, but we do even better in the future as we get older and as they get more established in the chemistry, then that's more. I care about that more than I do about right now.
I feel like that never happened.
I want it to be good, but
you say what? You feel like
that's what we're building for.
I feel like
almost era though. I got a franchise quarterback. It's a new era though.
I feel like it almost never goes like gradually. It usually just gets better real fast. It never really. No one ever goes like 5 wins, 8 wins.
But why can't we do something
Detroit?
different?
Detroit
did.
They've been pretty good for a while, bro.
They
kind of got good. They was good all of a sudden and stayed good for a while. They wasn't like just gradually. They just one year they just snapped. One year they got
most of the core players that Detroit has. Yeah, most of the core players. Yeah,
and then they were good.
Most of the core players that Detroit has on that roster right now that they've been winning and hooping with for the last couple years were there when they were 1 and whatever or 2 or whatever, because they were their draft picks, that they were working the draft and develop model and working their way in building through the draft. So I get it. You got the stud. I get everybody in the fan base that is looking at Jaden like, we got the stud, we got to strike right now. And we got to maximize his rookie contract. So I get the argument you're making, but it's a delicate balance of you got to figure out who you are bringing in, right? Because if we're saying that Antonio Williams is the wide receiver 2, right? You have to prioritize getting him his targets, his snaps. You cannot eat into that. Now, if you want to get down further into the depth chart and add a guy in because you think the back end of the wide receiver room is not the best and you want to elevate the floor, I give you that argument, right? But all I'm saying is these are 1-year rentals. So you are back at square one where you are going to keep renting out a veteran receiver every year because you keep stunting and taking away targets from the younger guys. So we're never going to get where you want us to be with the younger guys because you're trying to bring in 1-year rentals. And it's just, you can't have it both ways. So you kind of have to stand pat this year, see what they got going with a few of these younger guys. We got 3 rookies on 3 rookie contracts. You got to at least give Luke and Antonio Williams a chance. Even if you are not sold on Lane, you got to see what we got in Luke and Antonio Williams. And then that 2027 draft class is where I feel like you find that XZ boundary, or maybe the 2027 free agent group, because that's a good free agent group. Maybe you go out and find that more established XZ for kind of, the Terry replacement. But I think for this year, I don't think the market is that great, honestly. Like I keep trying to bring in all these people that I just don't think it's worth sacrificing the growth of the young guys for the guys you're trying to bring in. Like I could see it if it was like a high-end elite free agency group. It's just not that. So it's not worth it to me.
You got Pickens and Olave next year. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
If we win 5 games, we're gonna get.
Hey, listen. This team is not a coach that has.
We're gonna get the Ohio State guy if we don't win enough games.
Jeremiah Smith. Hey, trade the house for Jeremiah Smith.
Don't even wish that upon us, please. I don't want to be bad. I don't want to be bad.
Anybody not named Jaden is available. Anyone not named Jaden is available. Terry, sorry, you're available for trade next year if it's Jeremiah Smith. This team, listen, this is not a win first team. That we a coach with going in with 2 first-year coordinators does not scream, I'm close to the playoffs. That's a guy who's got time to figure it out.
My problem is why though.
I don't think we might get 8 wins. We're lucky if we get 8 wins. I think 7 is closer. 7, maybe 8. 7.5 is what I put my money on. If this was Vegas,
that's my high end.
You said why? Because I was just picking number 2 in the draft about 2 years ago, bro. Like I don't know why y'all thought that it would. I think. My problem is I felt like the quarterback was the main thing that this regime had to walk in and contend with, is just finding the franchise guy. The entire roster had holes and was cracked.
Right.
He covered all the deficiencies up.
He covered all the deficiencies up.
Yeah.
So
I think they're leaning on that this year for him to cover the deficiencies.
No,
that's kind of my problem.
No, that's not.
You think they switched out the coordinators because they trying to cover deficiencies?
Yeah,
or they got tired of
I get.
Look at what we did to our defense. I mean, just their defense alone.
The defense is I'm more upset about the skills positions, maybe, not the other guys.
And I get you.
So I get that.
I think that's the argument. That's the argument. And it's not even just that, it's corners too. But it's because I feel like, Washington had one of the top 5 cap situations in the league, man. It's like at skill positions, man, you didn't really come through. And that's when you have a guy like Daniels, man.
They went.
We knew I had the ring. We missed out.
Yoda, ain't no try. Just succeed.
Well, if you can try all day.
On one player. We're not paying $81 million for a center.
I'm glad we didn't do that either. Also, not a skill position, but I'm glad we didn't do that.
Listen.
The wide receiver took a pay cut, to stay in Indy, bro. Like they was gonna pay him more than Terry. They was gonna pay him
exactly. They're gonna pay him more than Terry.
I think we all look like some patience here.
And look where he is now.
Who was out there? Okay.
He hurt too.
Are we really pressed for a Wan'Dale Robinson? Were we really geeking for a Wan'Dale game?
I don't think so.
Were we overly geeking for a Romeo Dobbs? Are we serious? We breaking a bank for Raheem Shaheed?
Pre-draft.
Mike Evans is old as dirt. Jalen Naylor,
bro. Gonna be nice for the
Put your Dotson back. What we talking about?
Before we draft Wan'Dale, so let's put these up on the hating on the Wan'Dale.
Phil, slot receivers. Phil, you a slot guy?
I'm a guy.
Let me keep going. I can keep going.
There was no free. The free agency receiver group was not.
I believe you.
Boundary wide receiver right now. Your best free agent bet right now is 34-year-old D-Hop.
Yeah.
Or Noah Brown. You want to bring Noah Brown?
No. Whatever we got to do.
For the record,
I don't want to get Noah Brown to never stop with his team ever again.
We have this same argument every Thursday on our show of Dev screaming at us for 20 minutes of how bad the wide receiver is. So if you want to have the show again, Thursday nights, you'll hear Dev scream for 25 minutes about how bad.
And then another 20
minutes. My piece, bro. They brought in Chid. They drafted Antonio.
I was gonna wait.
Like they brought back Yami. Like
they are building something.
We gotta revisit this. We gotta revisit the same panel like in a bye week, and then just discuss how receivers is going.
Let's do it, y'all.
Put it on the calendar.
Yeah, put it on the calendar. Same group.
Put it on the calendar.
When we got like 3 wins, I want to hear y'all say. By the way, first 8 games. I'm not hoping for it, but first 8 games of the year, man. First 8 games of the year, what's your record?
We would be 500. I'm cool.
You think so? The first 8 games,
we'll be 500. We had 3 wins after 7 weeks.
I hope if you're right, I'm going. My friends are gonna hate me if we're that good after 8 games. They're gonna hate me because I'm gonna talk. trash. But
no, you gotta stay over there, Dev. You gotta stay over there now.
I'm not one of those fans. I'm not one of those Commanders fans that would love us to be losing, so I'd be right.
So you be right.
I want to be wrong and win, bro. Okay. I want to win. I don't care whose name's on the jerseys. I want to win, bro. But that's my problem. I'd rather win. I don't care about this. I'm a Knicks fan, dog. F them picks, bro. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? F them picks, bro. I want to win, bro. I don't care if you trade these dudes for another receiver, dog. Go get Jettis. Do something, bro. Well, I'm not saying go get the Thomas kid in Jacksonville. Do something, bro.
Well, I think that's a good segue because I tried to write down too. Like, who do we like? You had a question about AP usually trade someone, and so I think that's
that's a good segue. So
I like AP.
Oh, I think AP is a solid GM. We'll talk about it. So AP has done something the last 2 seasons. He has traded a player away in August in the middle of training camp. He shipped away Brian Robinson last year for a 6th rounder. And the year before that, he sent John Ridgeway for a pick swap and banished Jahan Dotson to wide receiver 5 for the Eagles. Yes, I said that. I don't care. I'm disrespectful. So does AP do it for a 3rd straight season? And who is the main trade candidate to ship off in
Armstrong or Payne?
You trading Armstrong?
No, I'm not saying I would. I'm saying candidates that I think he might trade. Last year the contracts, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason. I don't want him traded.
Luvu.
I would say that.
Luvu. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's the top. He would be the.
Look at that linebacker room. Look at the
linebacker. I think they're out on Jordan McGee. They won't tell you that, but I think they're out on Jordan McGee.
I had asked that question. Where does he line up right now in the linebacker room?
I don't. I know there's a lot of hype of Jordan McGee. It just hasn't materialized. He was so bad in coverage last year. Bobby Wagner.
See, that's another thing. We were just talking about bringing in a wide receiver and stunting their growth, and that's what happened when Bobby Wagner came here. It stunted McGee's growth.
What about Ben Sinnott?
I don't think McGee was good enough to grow into anything.
We're not trading Ben Sinnott.
I think he's a run-of-the-mill linebacker that when you really sit down and look at what he offers, I don't think he has the coverage instincts to be that versatile in coverage. I think he's a Mike linebacker. And if we saying he's just a basic Mike linebacker, who's he sitting behind? You talking about 2 studs that play inside, and that's Leo and Sonny. So I don't disagree with you, Phil, because I've been watching a little bit of Waller Wednesdays on Louis T stream, and every time Louis want to talk about that linebacker room and keep McGee on the roster, she be slowing him down. Like the last episode, she was going, well, Kane Madrano was out there and he has command of the defense, and she was bigging up Kane Madrano. So this like the second time Candy has been kind of like every time they talk about that linebacker room, she talk about everybody but McGee. And so I'm not sure if they're out on him. McGee might be the new Nick Bellore. He might be for you to stay on this team. You got to give us special team snaps.
I had that conversation.
You at that piece, bro. Like I don't think he's gonna.
Might be
I don't know if he has enough trade value though, where you can go out there and say we got this guy. That's why I say Luvu was second team All Pro. He was an All Pro in 2024. I think Luvu still has enough value where you can go out there and shop him around. And people still respect that 2024 tape, because I remember our defensive coordinator in his introductory presser, he was raving about Luvu. So it's like, so I still think that's why I say Luvu. I say Luvu because he's playing kind of like this outside linebacker. And so if we're talking about the way this defense works, and those edge rushers are kind of like slotted in as outside linebackers, he on that outside competing with guys like Chason and Johnson Joseph. So
I think
Dorrance Armstrong too
has a lot more value.
Yeah, Dorrance. That's why I said him.
Like one we're supposed to be running.
You said what? What'd you say, Phil?
I said I think Luvu has a lot more value in the defense that we think they're going to run, because Luvu is the type of guy that if you just unleash him on a quarterback,
free run,
or unleash him on a running back, just let him go.
Let him run down. Let him run.
Yeah, but we talk about he a blitzer. We're talking about what he does as a blitzer. You can get that from Sonny. You can get that from like you can
You're
get
gonna get
blitzing.
but
You can get it from
that's
Nick Cross.
Durante Jones defense.
They blitz from everywhere. So we talking about a player who specializes in blitzes where we're in a defensive scheme where they blitz from all levels. Right? They bring, you know, so it's like, what does he do where you can convince AP not to shop him around because he didn't get an extension as a GM. I got my GM hat on. If I'm not gonna give you the extension and I'm gonna let you walk in free agency, I would rather get something for you before I let you walk in free agency. That's how I'm thinking about it. I understand
the thought process. I respect the thought process. It's just that I don't see any other outside linebacker on this team that has. I mean, Louisville didn't do great in coverage either, but is there anybody who's going to do any better?
Nick Cross is a he gives you them linebacker. He plays like a linebacker. They used him in Anarumo's defense as a linebacker sometimes, and they used him in blitzing and all that. So I just want pencil in Louisville as this blitzing piece because of like the way they say they're all X's, and that's why he likes all these hybridized versatile players. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, sometimes I know we see Nick Cross is a box safety. Nick Cross also to me feels like the Josh Metellus piece, and how they use Josh Metellus. He was a linebacker in some looks, even though he's a safety, and they did kind of use him in that way. So all I'm saying is you have a lot of different guys that if AP is like, look, man, I need to get something for this guy, Durante. Can you make do without him? I think Durante can look at his scheme and all the pieces he's got and go, yeah, we can make do without Louisville. That's all I'm saying. Like, if
I don't know. I think Nick Cross, because he can play back, is going to be back more just to keep the corners, get the corners help. He can play center field. He can play in the box. He's very
if they pencil in him as a post safety and a free safety, that is malpractice because that young man,
he can do both. You understand that's a Durante Jones defense. They're going to have guys all over the field.
I just would rather they put Will Harris back there then because you got that man's speed and his physicality and what he does coming off the edge.
The best box safety in the league. I
can't pencil him as a free safety.
He can play center field as a true free safety too.
But
that versatility, he's a hell of a lot better at than Quan Martin.
Yeah.
That was my candidate anyway. My candidate was Jartavius. So
they gotta go. Listen, man. I know y'all know how I feel about this safety room. I don't want to have the way Dev feels about this wide receiver room. How I feel about the safety room.
I like the safeties more than corner. The safeties I think are manageable, but the corners, I don't know.
We got a bunch of special
teams. Way worse than the cornerback from town.
I like Cross. I like Cross.
That's all we have. We have Nick Cross.
I like Will Harris.
Will
Harris.
Will Harris. I think he's good.
Will Harris is average. Will Harris is I
think he's solid. I give him a solid. Right now, I don't even know. I don't know who's good or solid at corner. Who's good or solid at corner? Who's good at corner?
Mikey.
Who is it? Come on, bro. You can't say that with a straight face. You can't say that with a straight face, bro. You can't say that. I mean, and you know what's crazy? Because Mikey's probably the most likable guy on the team, bro. Everyone loves the dude. I love Mikey. I want him to be good, dog. He's not. You know what I'm saying? He's okay. I don't think he's bad though. I hope he balls up, man. I hope Mikey proves everybody wrong, bro. I'm a fan of getting him his shot to see what he does, dog. I just don't believe he's gonna do it.
I got nothing for you, Dave. He kind of had a bad year last year. I got nothing. I mean, I can't push back on you, bro.
When Will Harris was playing, the secondary looked better. So that's why
that's a low bar though, because we talk about.
I will take it. I will take it. I will take a Nick Cross and an average guy at safety over what we had last year. When Will Harris was not in.
When Quan was back there.
All right, because Percy Butler just never got it.
Yeah, what happened to him?
He's still on the team.
Right.
He's there.
He got an extension too, like a year or something.
Just got married.
Congratulations, bro.
Congrats, Percy.
My man.
Severance pay. You get pay for that.
What's that, Tone?
All that man Percy is core special team. If I ever see First, he plays defensive snaps with Braun hands.
Man, you know, everybody has a job.
I go out there and play any defensive snap. I'm running down in Braun hands. No,
we got Jeremy. What's his face too? Also special teams demon, but
you know what I'm saying.
Rebo.
I'd rather see Rebo.
I don't want him in the post either.
You're right. But I'd rather have those guys playing. I'd rather have those guys playing.
We got 50 million box safeties, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Like they all play the same.
Somebody got to go.
Asia, you talking about
you're right. Somebody does got to go.
Candy talking about Kane Madrano, right?
On to Atlanta.
I'm talking about who you say, Steve?
You said Candy was talking about Kane Madrano, right?
Yeah.
You know how many snaps he played last year?
None. Exactly. That's like every time she talks about
it out.
Yeah, every time she talks about listen, man, I don't want to talk about Joe Witt. We not. Yeah. Listen, I go off on these coordinators on my own channel, so y'all just go over there and get all of the therapy that I've gotten out about Cliff and Joe Witt, because I don't understand why. Listen, we were not good last year, and we got to a point where we were losing. I just don't. Some of these guys you could prioritize getting the snaps, right? Like at some point, put Kane Madrano in there, see what you got.
None of it makes sense because
like
the whole staff doesn't make sense because they were like, we're going to set Jaden to get him so he enters the season fully healthy. I understand that. So why were you playing Terry? You already know what you got. Why were you playing him at the end of the game when he's come off an injury?
Yeah,
why were you playing Wagner? Why were you playing Ertz? Why were you playing Ertz and Wagner?
Why was the Ertz in there? Probably if you prioritize getting Ben Simmons some developmental snaps in the thing. Ertz probably doesn't blow his ACL.
Y'all woke up Steve. I mentioned Ben Simmons.
Don't get me started on
my guy. It's my boy.
Kingsbury. Don't get me started on
that.
You
think it was Cliff who made that call though?
Yes.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
But all right, so who made the call on defense? Why was Wagner playing? Why was he in there at the end of the year? Joe Witt was fired by then, bro. Joe Witt got fired before all that.
They didn't have
had nobody
behind him.
They had McGee and Madrano and all them dudes.
You notice when DQ took over, the younger players started playing more. But up until that point, they had very rigid schemes that were built around very specific players. Even if you wanted to, like Cliff built his whole thing around Zach Ertz, JD, and Austin Eckler, and then Terry. And then when those pieces started to go down, his whole playbook fell apart. That is what happens when you have a schemer that does not have the versatility in the play calling and the scheme. So his entire playbook was built around Zach Ertz. So that's why he didn't want to take Zach Ertz off the field. Because, hey, man, you make me right. I don't have to do any work as a play caller or a schemer when I got my guys.
I got my guy, A6 Savy. A6 Savy.
And then he turned Jaden Daniels into a running back.
That's why I've been kind of bummed out on the record of next year because I see it like you were saying earlier, there's no way he has a short leash with all these new changes. But I'm like, man, it's hard to go into a season where you got a young quarterback who didn't get a lot of snaps last year because he was injured. Then you're going with a new offensive and defensive coordinator, all new. And then you got all these other new pieces fitting in at the same time. And you got like one of the probably less talented skill positions in the division, if not the whole division.
Listen, DQ did sign off on the coaching staff, so I'm not shooting him no bail on hiring Joe Witt. That's it, or Cliff.
I always wonder why he didn't go to McDaniels.
Oh, Josh McDaniel?
No, Mike McDaniel.
How you know Mike didn't want to come here?
You think so? You think he got asked?
I didn't
know if he even got asked.
I do not think this was an appealing job. Like I think we got who we could get.
It wasn't.
It was not appealing.
Really? You don't think so? Was Jaden not appealing?
No, it was not.
No, it was not because of Jaden.
It was that front office. We had a bad reputation. You think people trying to come in here?
No, I'm talking about like. I mean, we got an old new squad since that all happened. I'm talking about
that's because our reputation has improved with them player surveys and everything. Yeah. But like when 2024 when they were cobbling together that staff, I don't think they had a lot of.
No, I'm talking about this year. I wonder why they didn't go with McDaniel that left Miami
because Ben Johnson is that guy, and McDaniels didn't want to stay on the East Coast. He's friends with DQ.
No. I'm talking about our coordinator. Why wouldn't we go with McDaniel over the guy we picked this year?
Wow. Mike McDaniel over Ben Johnson because
not Ben. We ain't got David
Blau. Yeah. Because Mike McDaniel did not want to come here. He wants to be on the West Coast. He didn't want to be on the East Coast. He wanted to be on the West Coast. He said that. I know
he said that.
Checked in with him.
I didn't know.
David Blau.
That's how I feel about.
David Blau is supposed to be that guy. So David Blau is like
right.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about Flores. I think they wanted Flores.
I look at my hard knocks.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think they wanted Flores as a defense coordinator, but I believe Flores put it a bug in the air about Devontae Jones.
Yeah, he came in for an interview and was like, this the guy for you. So yeah, no, I like the coordinators.
I do too.
Yeah, I think that like the coordinators are what we need. Those schemes are what we need. Like everything they trying to do. But like I just think that I'm not gonna. I heard he wanted Shoddy. He wanted to bring Shoddy over with him as the OC.
That's vanilla as hell. I don't like.
You don't want Dallas offense. What are you talking about?
I like Blau over him, man. I like Blau.
You don't want. Hold on, Dan. You mean to tell me you don't want Dallas's high-powered offense? Because
I do like Dallas high-powered offense. Dallas has a lot of high-powered skill position players too. I don't know if that looks the same.
All of this is play action boot, and that's what we.
It sounds good, man, but I don't know if it looks the same, man. With McCaffrey and Burt. And Bill, even though I like Bill, I love Bill.
Okay.
I don't know if it looks the same. I don't know if that looks the same. Okay. I like Blau. I like Blau.
They got CD. They got CD and George Pickens, so it's fair. I can't argue that. They got 2 wide receiver ones over there, so I got to let you.
They got a couple. They got a couple things. Dak is. I don't want to big up no Dallas players, bro. But
Dak's a good quarterback.
Dak's solid, man. You know, Dak's better than solid. Honestly, you know,
he's solid.
Dak is pretty darn.
Look, she ain't giving it to him. Yeah, he's all right, you know.
Somebody who's commander's table, who's allegedly, was that for David Blau or for, I think it's implied they all have to prove it. So like, I think that's implied.
Every year, yeah.
But like all these guys, at some point, the guy that's over there being elite with the Rams, McVay had to prove it. Like all of these great guys had to prove it.
McVay didn't have to prove it. McVay
this is the best time to install something like this.
Ben Johnson had to prove it at some point. Brian Flores had to prove it at some point. I think that is implied with all of these guys. You know, everybody has to prove it. That you still can't dismiss the fact that they come in highly recommended by people in this league that are people we respect. Like, so I can't ignore what Ben Johnson says about a David Blau. He's one of the elite minds. I can't ignore what Dan Campbell has to say about a David Blau. You know, I can't ignore what a Brian Flores. Yeah, I can't.
I like Blau. I want to see what he does too.
Yeah, I can't ignore what Brian Flores says about Devontae Jones, who Devontae Jones has been over there helping him build the back end of his defense for the defense, by the way, that leads the league in turnovers. So yeah, I like everybody gets recommended for a job, right? And then you go in and you still have to prove it, but that doesn't mean you can't get excited about.
I'm excited because we've seen that already. Where we've had first time coordinators come up and now they're head coaches in the league. McVay,
we're like Coach
O'Connell.
Same
thing. And we ended up letting them go. Why?
I think he was talking about people getting fired, though, right? I think he's thinking that if when he said he's grass, if this new pair sucks, I think he's talking about DQ being grass. If this
but he should be, because it's like he's responsible. Like that comes with that. He was going to be.
Is he responsible or AP? You think?
DQ was responsible for hiring the
coaching staff.
DQ brought these
DQ was the coaching staff. Like
I didn't know who made the hire. At the end
DQ was
the
coaching staff.
The same Snyder and Allen. The coaches hired.
He's putting it all.
That's generally how it goes.
It's a frat that they're going to big up their guys. That's every job, bro. It's like that's every job. Like that is every job. Like it is about who you know, and then
if you see a coordinator that comes up with as much hype as those two have come up with, it's usually turned out well. Mike McDaniel was that way. Sean McVay was that way. Kevin O'Connell was that way. You can go through. There's a whole list of it.
Who's the coach that went down to Jacksonville? My man did a little stint with McVay. Had everybody who has that McVay tree experience, they get all of these jobs because they work for McVay. So that's just kind of how it goes.
And the new coach for Baltimore, he young too. He came from there, didn't he?
Mentor, whatever his name is.
Mentor.
Mentors.
So that's just kind of how the NFL is. If you work for somebody's tree, Depending on that tree you under, that's I think that's where hurt Cliff. Cliff don't have a tree that he came from. He just Cliff. So that's why he over there working with McVay, because he gotta say he worked.
He gotta start somewhere.
I worked in the McVay system. So now that when he go out and try it again, they'll respect him. So that's the modern day NFL. Everybody trying to pluck from a tree.
Cliff is a quarterback whisperer. I don't think he's an offense whisperer.
I think he's a glorified quarterback coach too, Phil. I think he's a
who's that?
Be Cliff.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's a college coach.
He's a college coach. I wish he'd go back to college.
Yeah.
If Cliff were to open up one of these quarterback schools, he'd have the best one in the country.
No, for real.
Oh yeah, he could. Yeah, he would definitely.
Yeah, no.
I mean, if John Beck can have a quarterback school, Cliff Kingsbury can have a quarterback school.
Man,
same with Jordan
is that his brother that's playing for the Arizona Cardinals?
Who?
The Beck?
Carson Beck?
Carson Beck?
No.
They're not related.
Carson Beck was a Miami boy.
Man, he's doing like medicine balls.
He's not related. If they were related, Carson Beck should never got drafted. Respect.
Carson Beck was doing medicine balls out there. I watched my Louisville Cardinals pound him out one time, man. Pause.
Yeah.
Kilfoyle
was running college. Yes, I hated that. Listen, man.
And he did not move Terry.
Yeah.
Honestly,
no, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't.
He stayed in the same place.
Yeah, he promised he would before the season.
Jaden ended up being a running back.
Yep.
He's the high.
That's what I said. I said Jordan Palmer. Quarterback.
That's true. Jordan Palmer's another one. Got quarterback school. Puts out a lot of talented quarterbacks. But it's like the one reason a lot of people are strangely hyped. Oh, Diami's back. I'm like, Diami Brown did nothing here except for one season where he caught a whole bunch of screen passes in Cliff's offense.
Playoff Diami,
boy.
Playoff Yami, like
you unmatched though.
No.
Your NFC title game. We're right back to being
I hate Diami Brown. Sorry,
Oh,
because everyone was waiting for him to break out as this big, deep threat receiver, blah, 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 blah. Oh, he's going to do these great things. And year after year, didn't do nothing. I think he averages for his career about 1.2 catches a game. And half his career receptions came in one season. I'm not hitching my wagon to that.
I would say, Phil,
6 feet tall and can run a 4.340.
I would say though, like I wasn't hyped for Diami. Y'all probably know I'm probably the biggest Diami Brown hater in this whole damn community. So if I'm saying something positive about the guy,
you're second to me. Trust me.
That's fine. All right, I'll take second. I don't care. Fine. He did fill in a role in 2024. He's the one guy outside Terry that could take the top off the defense.
We missed.
He's the only guy outside Terry McLaurin.
Never did. When did he take the top off the defense?
All right, so
one time during the entire regular season.
When you come with examples, I can gladly do that. Week 5 versus the Browns before halftime. Play action, fake and shotgun. He burns the corner, deep fries him, 10-yard separation, easy touchdown, 50-yarder, 21-0 at halftime, game over with. Right. Another example, back in the end zone, we on the 6-yard line versus the Eagles. When we beat the Eagles in week 16, when 5 had 5 turnovers and 5 touchdowns, he threw a 50-yarder right in Quinyon Mitchell's face. And who caught the ball? Diami Brown. The Lions playoff game. I give you a couple examples. I'm saying like, he was the only guy outside Terry that could take a top off the defense. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's nothing special. He fills in a role. He's a role player.
Possession
role.
Yeah, he has a role.
I feel like the same.
And he can block. He can block too.
Loves
backups. Yeah, he can block. He can block.
Let's be real. This fan base has a love affair with backups.
Jags, they love Jags.
They love backups, love Jags. Hold up. Let's go through it right now because people want to tell me, oh, Diami's going to have a renaissance. No, he's not.
It wasn't renaissance. Diami 15 catches,
falling into the radio station.
And that's a renaissance zone
because they're Taylor Heineke fans.
Don't bring this man. Phil, why you bring that man?
Oh, there are some fans that literally was like.
There are people in this fan base that are still convinced Jay Gruden was a good head coach.
He was definitely mid for sure.
He was less than mid. He had the greatest assistant coaching staff in the history of mankind, propping him up like it was Weekend at Bernie's.
So is it the excitement over? Is it the excitement over Diami? Like he's supposed to like be a talent he's not, because like I see value in Diami as kind of like a depth piece, not more than that. I'm not necessarily excited over him to come in and like.
I don't know if it's excitement over him or just they just hate everybody else who's in the wide receiver room. Like
okay.
Dev. So it's a matter of everybody's picking their one guy they think is going to break out.
I mean, he's getting paid 1.7.
Yeah, he's on a vet minimum. Like he is very much cuttable, bro. Like
whatever happens,
I don't think
he will not make this team.
Yeah, like
I don't think he makes this team.
Yeah, so
does he make it over Treylon Burks? Is the question. We've been talking a lot about Treylon Burks.
What do you? Okay, so Phil,
I'll take Diami over Burks.
Which one would you take, Phil?
Yeah,
bullet to the head.
Say it.
I mean,
I'm taking
that. You're asking me to
it's a mid off. It's a mid off, Phil. It's a mid off.
Yes, a mid off. You got to take part in the exercise.
Y'all funny the most.
Yo, let me look at that wide receiver free agency list again.
Okay, Dev. Who are you taking in the middle? Treylon or Diami?
Who are you taking?
You on mute.
Oh my God, that's a rough one. Treylon or Diami?
Yeah,
bro.
You have to pick one of them.
Man,
you said numbers don't lie, Dev.
I've seen more out of Diami, bro.
There you go.
I've seen more out of Diami. It's crazy.
They both have similar career stats in terms of catches per game.
Yeah, but Diami stay on the field.
There you go.
I mean, he might stay on the field to do nothing, but he stays on the field, bro. I mean,
he's healthy.
I can remember specific playoff games Diami came through, bro. I don't know nothing. I don't know. I live literally 45 minutes. I live 45 minutes from Nashville, dog, from Nissan Stadium. It's 45 minutes down the road. I can't remember one play I've ever heard Treylon Burks making, bro. My life.
In Tennessee.
Somebody said they taking Burks. He was a first round talent. That makes it even
worse. He was.
I'm gonna say was and didn't do
Didn't we draft Josh Doxson in the first round? I mean,
everybody
first round talent don't mean shit.
I think I'm taking Diami. I'm taking Diami. He can track a mean ball, and he's got the speed, and he's
If Antonio has a Dotson rookie year, I'll be cool with that. Y'all tripping. Dotson had a good rookie year.
You say Dotson or Doxson?
Yeah, Dotson.
Josh
Dotson.
The last one, yeah.
Dotson. The one with the
Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, Jahan. Yeah.
Okay.
If Antonio has that kind of rookie year, he might be on something.
Yeah, 505.
He fell off a cliff after that. He fell off a cliff after that. But
yeah.
Jahan's first year, man. First year, Jahan was a good rookie, bro. We thought we had something. There were people talking about he might get Terry one day. Oh man. It didn't last long.
I never said that.
because I took a picture.
I love John coming out of college, but I did not think he was going to take Terry's spot.
Man.
Yeah.
But I thought he was going to be the guy that allowed Terry to break open.
I'll take a Jamison Crowder year out of Ant. If we can get a Jamison Crowder
year. I said it on my video, so you get a JCI year, that'd be cool.
Yeah, kind of that's a great year, man. I don't think it happened.
Where is Jameson Crowder? Maybe we can sign him instead of Diami and Treylon.
He was on team last year.
He's still out there.
He was on team last year.
I would have liked to have kept OZ. Honest, he went out there and did his thing with the
in Chicago.
They paid him.
Yeah, he did.
They did pay him.
So
as long as if you go through our wide receiver list, it's like you can find a fatal flaw in so many of these guys, like Jalen Lane. Fast as lightning, great punt returner, can't catch her, so he's got dicks for fingers. I mean, dude is.
I was trying not to say it. I ain't gonna lie.
We're 2 hours in at this point.
Listen, man.
I've been good.
This is good stuff. Just go and do your thing, Phil.
Van Jefferson was once a promising receiver in this league, kind of has fallen off. Tommy Brown never lived up to his hype. Treylon Burks never lived up to being a first rounder. Like, can't get open to save his life.
What's the hype?
That's why his completion rate last year on passes thrown to him was under 50%. I mean, that's why I can't buy Treylon either. He doesn't get open. So that's why
those boundary guys don't really get open. That's why they 50-50 guys.
Red zone.
Yeah, but you still should have a better than 50% catch rate as a receiver who started games. You should at least. I mean, you look at he was the only guy under 50%.
Who, Treylon?
Mm-hmm.
Man, Chris Moore was better than Treylon, dog. He has a better career than Treylon. Folks don't even understand that. Chris Moore, if you bring up the numbers, has a better career than Treylon, bro. And that's how bad we were at receiver last year.
It's hard because Treylon was a first round. If Treylon was not a first round pick, like he'd be Chris Moore. Defend it. It's just it's hard. I can't defend it because I'm like, dang, he was a first round pick. So like I got nothing. Nothing. Nathan.
Receiver is such a sketchy position to pick early, though. I ain't gonna lie. It's like you're looking at Marvin Harrison's son up there in at Arizona.
I think they fall in love with the body and the prototype. Yeah. So like you gotta be careful with these big body. That's why I like if you come across one of them little shifty guys like Antonio Williams and he putting up numbers like that consistently, and you watch it, that's a real deal wide receiver because he does not have the physical tools in his body to trick you. Like he is definitely getting that out the mud. Like he has the talent. Sometimes these big body receivers, it's like, especially on a college level, like the talent level is not elite enough throughout the entire roster on a college level. With some of these guys, if they have a physical advantage, they gonna flash and they may trick you, and then they get into the league and the talent level is just there's more parity, and then they look normal. So I think Treylon one of them big body guys that like scouts fall. Scouts fall in love with them type of body types, and then when you get in, you realize maybe he's not as the most refined route runner, or maybe he don't have a route tree. Or maybe
I feel like he has all that, it just never works.
So,
that's why I don't like Jalen Lane. Jalen Lane's got a limited route tree and no hands.
Yeah, no, I don't think, like, if you look at how they used him in Arkansas, like, they did a lot of stuff with him, like, in motion, kind of like he was in halfback looks. They did a lot of little gadgety stuff with Treylon. Yeah, so it's like, I just think sometimes with the big body receivers, you got to be careful. And I think that's kind of where you see with BTJ and Marvin Harrison is like, oh, maybe you're not as much of a sudden separator as some of these other guys. Like when you're just a big body receiver that right now you can't necessarily consistently win on these corners on the NFL level. So I do think sometimes it get a little sketchy with the big body guys.
If you're a long strider, runner, you can't get by on that anymore.
You remember people used to be like, there was actually a big section of our fan base that was like, hey man, keep Howell and draft Harrison Jr. Remember that? Remember people were saying that? They were like, hey, let's keep
I don't know about Harrison Jr., but I did want to I was interested in keeping Howell and drafting a left tackle.
I saw Sam. I went to UNC Chapel Hill. I saw the Sam Howell and Drake May experience. I know what type of quarterbacks they are.
Sam Howell and De'Ami Brown connection too.
Yeah,
I like Sam Howell to college. I'm a Louisville guy, so I watch ACC games.
Yeah, so both that system allowed a quarterback to cook. It was a lot of explosives, but they were very much runners. They were one read RPO. My first read not there. Bring it down, run it. So you just had
that's almost the league now, though.
Yeah, like they were not very like the ability to move through your progressions. You gotta be careful. So that's what I'm saying.
Well, then again, I mean, you take a guy who's basically a rookie quarterback in Sam Howell and have him drop back over 600 times.
Yeah, Eric Bieniemy can do no. They can't help him out.
Oh, by the way, Eric Bieniemy.
Fred's out to his wife.
His wife. Yeah.
That's crazy. She all right? Did she make it, or am I
think she's stable. The last I saw her.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was the son that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Her own son shot him on. Wow.
Man, I don't feel over there cooking up some jokes, man. I can see his face.
No, not on that one, man. Not on that one.
I guess it was.
No, I got limits. I don't have many, but that's a limit.
That's the limit. Yeah.
That's a little wild. Chill out.
It is. I love EB, dog. I mean, as a dude, I hope everything works out for him, man. His wife.
Nah, for real.
But you know what? We upgraded to Jaden. I'm not gonna say here and lie. Jaden Daniels is fantastic. I love watching the dude play. I think he's got. I think the best thing that happened to Jaden was having to face some adversity last year.
Yes, get it out the way.
Because I think that kind of resets your mind after you have such a good rookie season. you might get high off your own supply a little bit, off your own hype.
Shoot, Cliff might still be here. We might still be running that Cliff playbook back if Jaden kept elevating it. Like, I just needed. I hate that it went the way it did, but I look back on it and was like, I needed that to happen because I needed to get Cliff out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
I hope it works out like that. I hope Cliff was kind of a weirdo, though. He's just a weirdo. I don't know. What's that one coach in college that nobody likes? He went from Ole Miss to LSU. What was his name?
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
He reminds me of him, man.
You say he the Lane Kiffin of the NFL?
Yeah, he's like the Lane Kiffin. He's lame Kiffin. You know what I'm saying?
Lane Kiffin.
But I mean, like I said, I liked a lot of his schemes. I just didn't like his play calling and when he chose to do certain things. I was like, you got the right idea, but you're doing it at the wrong time.
Feels like, I like him as offensive coordinator, but the only thing I hate about him is his actually offensive coordinating. You know,
like that fourth down play.
Don't say it, lady. You're gonna trigger me. 4th and 1 in the rain in the pistol.
And you had Mario to come in.
No. Just put Jaden under center in the rain and put that ball in the running back.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about some.
Listen, Steve, I'm right there with you. Or the Vikings play where we were cooking in that opening drive in the run game, walking it down on them, running that ball, and he get it in the red zone and throw 4 straight passes.
And throw one of Brandon Coleman too.
And skipped it up for Brandon Coleman. Y'all saw Jaden was like, I really don't want to be running this play. Like, you can see Jaden was like, I'm not trying to clip. He did not want to throw that ball to Brandon Coleman.
Coleman get more targets and send it and bait.
Cooking this up. Brandon Coleman, what you got?
Brandon Coleman. Like, I know I want to be in the huddle when he sent that play in for Brandon Coleman. I know everybody in the huddle was like, bro,
what are y'all doing?
What are we doing?
Bates is like, man, y'all pay me $4 million to catch out here.
And this was when Brandon Coleman was like healthy scratches too. So he was like he wasn't really starting. They would send him in as kind of like the extra lineman on heavy looks. So they just sent him in like, I was like, bro, he barely playing and you sending him in there as the extra.
You know what? You know who Jaden threw his first touchdown to, right?
Trent Scott.
So he's like, I'm in my bag. Brandon Coleman, let's go.
Cliff needs to do stuff. I'll be like, where the run game at, Cliff? My man Cliff threw that thing 40 times in the Green Bay game. I said, against this pass rush, we drop it back 40 times.
I mean, he benched Bill for like 3 straight games, and the man
I did not understand that.
Doghouse.
That's what I'm saying. None of the
Bill could have had over 1,000 yards last year.
I felt like Cliff was being petty. They would be in the hey Cliff, we gotta run it more. Cliff be like, and then come out and do his own thing. Like, I think
how do y'all feel about the running back room? Do y'all feel like this?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. That's the competition I'm looking forward to, actually.
Who you keeping, Miss K? 3 or 4? You keeping 4?
I would say I want to keep 4.
That means Rodriguez or whatever is going to be, not Rodriguez.
McNichols.
McNichols is going to be gone in your book then, or Ford.
Who's the 4th one? Who the 4th you keeping?
Ford,
no,
you keeping
4? I think
Jordan hard, right? Or what's his name? The big dude we just drafted, Fat
Allen.
Fat man.
Yeah, Fat man. So
he's number 3.
So you got
so
Bill,
it's between McNichols and Ford at the bottom.
McNichols and
I'm keeping 3. I don't need to keep 4 running backs on this roster.
And I'm telling you right now.
So you keep 4 running backs and 3 tight ends and 6 receivers. It's going the 53 is going to be crazy. The 53 is going to be crazy. Somebody's going to get.
Why keep 6 receivers though when you got? I mean, if you cut one, you're not losing anything because receivers 4 and 5 are going to be
McCaffrey and Lane and play specials. So you're keeping him. You're keeping Terry. You probably you're keeping Ant. That's 4. So I guess the only one I see is cutting really is Van Jefferson.
I got Van Jefferson.
I think he's out
too.
Right, but that's 6 receivers. So then you got what 4 tight ends? Are you cutting Yank off?
I think this is a heavy tight end type. I think we're going 4 tight ends because I think Kosin Yankoff is a special team.
Right, 4. That's 4 tight ends, 6 wide receivers right there.
And so I think it's gonna be 3 running backs, and they're gonna stash somebody on the practice squad.
That's what I'm thinking has to happen. So who's the 3 you keeping? Who's getting cut at running back?
We keep trying to put everybody on. He said, "Look, we gotta keep track."
I mean, the running backs. If we're keeping 3 running backs, it's going to be Bill, Rashad, and I keep Allen.
Yeah.
Jeez.
If you're gonna keep 3,
so you're cutting your boy.
McNichols is cool, but you can find him Jeremy McNichols, bro. If you got
Jerome Ford does what McNichols does, and he's younger. So I mean,
I feel like the coach loves McNichols. Though I feel like
I'm with you, Dave.
But I also heard the undrafted agent, free agent, what's his name, Henry has been doing well too. So
yeah, Henry, man, that's what I'm saying,
bro.
Like,
here's my thoughts on Jeremy McNichols. Like, let's say we're going. We know who the 3 are. So you got Bill as your outside zone rusher, right? And then you got Rashad White that is kind of your pass catching back. And then you have Katron that's kind of your thumper power in between the numbers. You have 3 backs that excel at very specific things and what they do. Then you got Jeremy McNichols that I feel like is a jack of all trades and master of none. So he does all of the things, right? But he doesn't do them to the level that the other 3. So he can give you some pass catching utilization. He can probably do some outside zone stuff, and he probably can give you some power. Yeah. So it's like, do you really keep him when you got these other 3 guys that give you that? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like,
I think you keep him because if one of them get hurt, he can back up all of them. I think you keep him because he backs up all of them.
I got that. I'm keeping my eye on that because I'm telling you right now, if Bill steps it up as a pass catcher, and if Rashad White shows me he can be an effective, efficient outside zone runner, I'm not keeping Jeremy McNichols because now I have more everything kind of like that was the reason why they kept Jeremy McNichols, because you had 2 running backs in the room that couldn't give you more than just running the ball, and that was C-Rod and that was Bill. Like, after Austin Eckler went down, Jeremy McNichols was kind of the only running back in the room. That's why after a while you was looking at him, he's like, let's see, right? Like, you saw Jeremy McNichols being prioritized because for Cliff loves that pass catching running back. Like, Austin Eckler was his guy. His playbook fell apart when he blew his Achilles.
They kept 4 last year, though, right?
Huh?
They kept 4 last year, right?
They kept 4, but they barely used 2 of them because he wanted the pass catching guy, which is Jeremy McNichols. Like, he phased Bill and C-Rod out because they couldn't catch the ball and play in the pass game. So that's all I'm saying is
it makes sense though.
If Bill shows,
because with McNichols, you don't know what he's going to do. You can put him in.
That's why I said I get what you're saying, that you can disguise more. That's why I said it will depend on if Bill and Rashad demonstrate the ability to do more. So if Bill comes in and he steps it up as a pass catcher, you can disguise more, right? Because now he's giving you the outside run and he can do the boot. He can be a pass catching back. If Rashad White gives you more than just pass catching and shows to be an effective runner, you got your first 2 running backs where you can get as much versatility and disguises off in the offense as possible. So that's why I said that's why you maybe can let a Jeremy McNichols go if Rashad White and Bill shows that versatility. But if we
I just
go
don't
in,
see it out of Bill.
You don't think he can be a pass catcher?
I just never have seen it in Bill. Didn't see it in his college tape. Didn't see it in last season. So that's why I just lean towards you find, even if you end up stashing the nickel on the practice squad, or even if you have Katron Allen start on the practice squad and then bring him in later in the season, once you have a better idea of who's falling in where, because there's a new offense. So, you first couple weeks, there's going to be a lot of still kind of settling.
I think McNeil makes it.
You think McNichols make it?
Yeah, I just don't know where you pull from. I guess you have to pull from linemen, maybe offensive line or
linebackers. 6 wide receivers. I think if we're doing multiple tight end sets, I don't think you need 7. And if the looks are going to
go with
be
5
12,
wide receivers,
and you got to think linebackers going to be crazy too, like slash edge. That's like 5 of them.
Maybe you cut back on the offensive line a little bit. You don't need all the backup pieces, man.
I say this: keep 5 wide receivers. You've got Chig. If you want to go with a 5 wide set, you can have Chig.
You can use Chig. That's why I think you don't keep as many wide receivers.
I don't think you get to cut a tight end because Chig can't block.
He's like Zach.
Chig said that's a lie.
You don't need him to block though.
Chig said that's a lie. He said he can block. He said he can block.
Yeah,
he said they just didn't use him.
They said some stuff about Tunsil before he came over.
Chig is better than Jordan Reed as a blocker, so I'm fine with it. I don't have a problem with him blocking.
I mean, I don't care if he can't block anyways. That's what we pay Bates to do.
Level of blocking for a tight end.
Just exist. Just be out there and put your hands up.
Yeah.
Just put your hands up. Bare minimum.
That's
Jordan Reed, for all he could do in the passing game, could he could barely block someone on Facebook. I mean, let alone block a defender.
Yeah. How'd we lose our host?
That was great asking.
I know. It's also get close to my bedtime.
Yeah, my wife done came in here 3 times, man. She
just shut down the stream.
Yeah. She done came in here 3 times.
He's like, damn, it's been over 2 hours. I'm
that
out.
was kind of the last topic was the 53-man roster. I think we kind of covered like how do we kind of see it.
It's gonna be crazy. We should do a 53-man roster team. We're taking over Tone's show, so we're scheduling that. Nah.
Yeah.
Tune in to Protect Sports.
I wonder. I think it's gonna be the craziest thing to figure out who's gonna be on that because, like I said, there's a lot of guys that play the same positions on defense, also.
Yeah.
So somebody good is somebody that we like, anyways. I don't know if they're good.
Those are champagne problems, Dev.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but not in the right rooms, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we have this problem wide receiver
skill position group room?
Man, bro. They got this dude. They're gonna have Jaden out there looking like Lamar Jackson. He's going to be Lamar Jackson, bro. In order, like the good one, in order to get 13 wins. I think. I feel like he's going to have to be that guy, bro. I think he can be, honestly.
I don't think the division that strong, in my opinion. I think he can. I think we could do something. I'll be honest. I'm not high on the Giants. I think the
Giants are pitiful.
I think the Eagles going to take a step back.
Is it back?
You got to contend. You got to contend with the Dallas offense.
Slow. I need to act. Come on, bro.
So you just got to. I think it's a division. Y'all know how this works. Is you got to win your division, and that depends the seeding.
Nobody in the East scares me.
Yeah,
I agree. I get you that.
Nobody.
Rams.
Not anymore.
In the whole.
East. I said
in the NFC. But East.
I feel
like the Lions have taken a step back. I feel like the Bears are at their ceiling.
I agree with that too. I think the Eagles are going to be good though. I think the Eagles will be 11, 12 win good.
I don't see that.
I think they'll be backslide to 10 wins.
10.
Really?
10.
Yeah.
And I think Dallas is somewhere between 7 and 11 wins.
They're asking that quarterback to play in a way that just is not. Jalen ain't that kind of quarterback.
Jalen is late 49ers era Alex Smith to me.
Early.
Not early because he was terrible.
I'll take Alex.
But when Alex
I'll
Smith,
take 10-5 in Washington. Alex
lost his job to Cap. That's what I see Jalen Hurts as, and Alex Smith was winning a lot of games. Wasn't passing for a ton of yards, but he was managing the games. He was very mobile, could run for first downs. They had running plays designed for him. That's my comp for Jalen Hurts.
I think you feel that way just because Jalen Hurts is a quarterback on a winning team that seems to be a winning team, not because of the quarterback. It looks weird on TV, I think.
Be a winning team, not because of the quarterback. No, he is on a winning team. It's partially not because of the quarterback.
It's because of the defense.
The fact that he doesn't make a lot of mistakes he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and that's where Jalen Hurts
smartest, one of the smartest quarterbacks. I get mad.
He's a
winning quarterback. I'm not taking any of that away from him. I just think that you are asking him to come in now and be the type of quarterback that he's not. And I know he's saying all the right things. I don't think he's a tight window thrower. I don't think he's the type of quarterback that sees the field that well. I think he's slow to process. I think he doesn't move through his progressions very well. And timing. So all of this new offense they're changing, it asks him to do all of those things. He is first and foremost, he's an RPO quarterback. And I think that he very much is going to, at the end of the day, still want to rely on his legs. And as much as the Eagles fan base is acting like they are happy to see AJ Brown go, he was an effective safety blanket for Jalen.
He sure was.
So he does not have that safety blanket. He has to work himself into a new safety blanket, which I think his safety blanket is going to be his legs. So when he gets uncomfortable in this new scheme, I think he's still going to tuck it down and want to run. So he has to show me he can be the type of quarterback they're asking him to be in this new scheme, or it's going to be the defense again carrying the offense with the same issues they had kind of like last year. And we saw what happened there. So, that's why I said they're going to regress a little bit.
They were already declining, in my opinion, last year. So I don't see them doing much more this year, to be honest.
Dallas, the only team in the division that scared me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Nah, for real. Dallas offense.
I'm with you.
OD.
I'm
The
with
defense
you.
got better.
Dallas's defense.
It's just Lamb and Pickens alone.
I still say we get one of. I think we get one of those games versus Dallas, though.
I think we will split, but we would have to win the. We have to win the first one. We
ain't win the first one.
We gotta go 2-0 against the Giants, though. I don't want don't play with your food, man.
Oh,
yeah, I never want to lose to those
Giants
guys.
are
my God.
Win the game you're supposed to win.
Yeah, yeah. So
which ain't a lot of them.
I
can't lose to Littleman.
Yeah,
can't lose to Littleman.
The Giants and splitting the Cowboys and Eagles.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's 4 wins right there, Dev.
Yeah,
right.
One more.
That's how I look at it.
Dev thinks we're gonna get one more outside of that. I mean,
Listen,
I think
man.
that's crazy.
If we
there's gonna be things happen that we don't see. Like there's gonna be teams, quarterbacks go down, teams don't look like they look first week. All kinds of crazy stuff happen. I'm going to the assumption everyone healthy though. If everyone healthy and playing their best football, man, and we don't change shit as constructed. But week 1 is a long ways from now, dog. Things can change. Preseason happens. We'll be able to see these guys and see what kind of roles they have on the team potentially. Things can change, bro.
But
how I feel today is not how I feel.
They got new coordinators too, and they got a lot of new pieces.
Yeah.
So you were talking about catching them at the right time. You're catching the Eagles right when they trying to they don't have tape on us.
Yeah,
we know what that defense looks
no
like.
tape.
Yeah, we know what that defense looks like for Fangio. So you know what you're coming in for Fangio, and we have an idea of what they're trying to do with the defense for the offense. I think our new offensive scheme is going to be more dialed in and ready to go than the Eagles' new offense. That's just how I see it. So I do think you can catch one on the Eagles because of the fact that we're catching them early. Same thing with Dallas. I think Dallas is still working through that defense, trying to figure out the defensive identity, and they have a new play caller. So you can catch that defense. Like we know what that offense is. Play keep away. That's how you just got to possess that ball more than them. And so, and then
put the ball
Giants,
in the end zone when you finish drive.
Yeah, you got to play from ahead. Like that's what you got to do. And then for the Giants, that's a mess over there. Like you don't even know if Neighbors is going to be there.
I don't even consider them in the conversation with the division.
Yeah, I know
Giants
people
irrelevant.
are
Little
looking
man,
at
get out
that.
the way.
Well, you gotta factor them in. We play them twice.
Yeah,
That's
like I think getting our division opponents early, where they're still working through things, like we can definitely do some things to set ourselves up real nice.
And I've told Dev this a few times on our pod that if you look at our roster, like you look at the individual players, there's a lot of things that may not blow you away. I do think this is a case of where the whole is greater than the sum of the parts.
Some of the parts, yep.
Agreed.
I think that there's a lot of guys who are going to excel in these schemes the way we expect them to be done, the way we've been told them to be done. So, and with Jaden's type, he likes to spread the ball around. So, having Terry, Chig, and Antonio, and then a couple other guys after that, that's fun. It's not like he needs to rely on 2 great wide receivers and that's it. Jaden will spread the ball around. Jaden will find guys who are open, not named Luke.
Give him his.
He might this year.
But this year may be different. But at the same time, I think that it is a case of the whole's greater than some of the parts. A lot of these guys have been here a while. They're comfortable with the coaching staff. We do have new coordinators in, but new coordinators, when they come in, they're usually hungry. They usually got new ideas, and they got the energy. And that's going to help a lot because I feel like that was something we didn't feel last year was energy coming from the top down the way we did the first year.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're going to see that again. I think that's going to help. That's something that kind of just spreads throughout the roster. That energy just kind of trickles down to the 53rd man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this once and one song about the whole division. We're gonna sweep both the daggone Eagles and the Giants. I got losing one division game. That's in week 2. That's it. We're gonna bust the Eagles. No, I say that because I don't think the Eagles is all that. I don't. I'm not impressed by them. You got Jonathan Gennard, whoop-de-doo, bro. He had 3 sacks last year. Whoop-de-doo, my boy. Okay, what else? Jalen Hurts still cannot
I respect Fangio in that defense. So, that's the only thing.
No. Fangio's a great defensive coordinator.
Jalen Carter's
just off of that.
And that interior line, they got the game record.
Yeah, Jordan Davis. I get that. Cool. I get that.
That secondary still that secondary. They still got Cooper DeJean, Quinyon, and
they lost Blankenship.
Yeah,
they
but them
lose
safeties.
Blankenship.
Yeah,
I'm always like, it's not the Eagles defense that like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to disrespect because the Eagles defense is
it's the offense.
a top 5 defense in the league. But their offense
Especially
is
losing AJ
garbage
Brown.
until it's not garbage.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is mid until he's proven not to be mid. So I don't trust them. After the little men, they're the little men. They're in the way. They're just in the way. It's an opponent, they're in the way. I ain't got no beef with them. They're just in the way. They're the Giants. They're little. Jackson Darty boy, he wants to go outside all the time. Don't want to focus on his craft. Get out my way, bro. You're not a real quarterback. If Malik Neighbors want to know what's up with him, they just an opponent. They ain't even relevant. And the Cowboys are the toughest competition.
Yeah, I have the Cowboys kind of being there.
That's my top one too. I do want to see
they
Neighbors
quote
play
unquote
though.
the top up because they have Dak and their offense and their defense got better. So they tough. And we never go to Dallas and win. Every time we go to Dallas, we lay an egg, we get blown out every time we go to Dallas the last few years. True. If they had Dak at quarterback, excuse my French, we got whooped every single time. Yeah. If Dak was at quarterback, you must grab the belt. Yeah. I want that to end though, but I'm just going to end in week 2. I just don't. But outside of that, we're going to win every other division game. Say what I said.
I heard it first. The Eagles and Cowboys.
Sweeping the little men. We're going to lose to Dallas one time. 5-1 division. There you go.
You heard it here first.
I mean, it's very possible.
And Fat Man's getting 600 all-purpose yards. That ain't happening, bro.
He probably get like 200.
I smoke more than anybody on here, dog.
I mean,
that ain't happening.
That would be cool, but that means that 595 of those yards are rushing. I don't think he's
rushing yards because he don't catch no passes.
Like, he running back 3. He's a short yardage back.
He's going to get 200 rushing yards this year.
Those numbers were in trouble.
If Fat Man gets 600, everybody hurt.
What happened to Bill and what happened to Rashad?
We're in trouble. He gets 600.
Why is he having these numbers?
I think Fat Man actually, if Bill slips, I think Kaytron Allen is good enough that he could. And again, this is not one potential, just like Antonio Williams. I think he's got the potential to be at least a mid-range starting back in this league, which you can get by with if everything else is clicking. Plus, because he's a more physical runner, but he's great for the zone scheme. He's an inside zone guy, but he's still great for a zone run because he's a one cut and go back.
Mm-hmm.
Bill is
scheme. I just don't think Kaytron to me don't have the top end speed and he don't catch passes, bro. He's not a pass catcher.
He can do
That's my problem. I can't say he's a starting running back. You can't do everything.
One year, I gotta go look at those stats. He had 1 year where he caught like a good amount. I don't think I think the problem at Penn State is they didn't look for him in the passing game. He said, I just want to demonstrate I can do it because I can do it. He can't throw the passes to himself though.
That's true. That's true. And Drew Allen was trash. So I give you that. That's a good point. I couldn't stand Drew Allen, so I feel you.
Y'all think we got an offensive coordinator that likes to pass the running backs now? You think that's? I mean, no one knows. I guess no one knows.
Yes, no, because he running pass and boot. The running back being in the pass game is a big.
He run Rashad White in full.
I'm about to say that's what we brought him in for.
I'm hoping, but like I said, no one knows until nobody knows what this guy is.
Asia, I got something
going to do.
I know what he's gonna do because he told us on the interview. He flat out said it. He said.
But I'm looking at his numbers. He did have 70 catches in college over 4 years.
Yeah.
And 2 of those years he was not the main back.
Yeah.
He had 20, 14, 18. And Drew Allar is not that great of a quarterback anyway.
Yeah.
So
Drew Allar was trash.
He's got, I don't know if he's going to get a lot of catches in the NFL. I don't know if he's pro level receiver, but I mean he's not completely unable
That's
to catch the
basically
ball.
what he said. He said, I'm not useless as a pass catcher. That's basically what he said. Like, he's not saying I'm a god, he'll be Jahmyr Gibbs. He said, but if you need to put me out there and need me to catch the ball, I can do it. So I still see him as kind of like the David Montgomery type of red zone, short yardage, like power. We missed that.
I love
like
David Montgomery. Bro.
We struggled getting hard yards. Like there was like he didn't want to use C-Rod, and that's just not how did that fly get in here? Like but yeah, it's a fly. But so I think he's gonna help us in an area in the run game we struggle with mightily, and that was the red zone efficiency in the run game because of just how Cliff's scheme worked with that spread offense. And then just short yardage situations, just like we did not have anyone who could give us difficult yards. He can give you hard. That young man can fall into 3 yards. You don't even have to run. He can just like fall forward into 3 yards and pick up a first down. So he has a purpose. I think every running back in the room has a purpose. But I do need Bill to demonstrate the ability to be able to catch that ball, like the ability to marry that pass and run game and make similar things look the same. So to got there and line up a look that you can get a passing play and a running play, all is very, very important. So the running back in this scheme got to be able to catch that ball,
Absolutely.
So,
all right.
I'm comfortable with running back in general. I'm comfortable with that. And
I'm gonna be running. I'm gonna be running back if I don't get off here because my wife is.
I'm about to say. I was about to say.
You gotta shut it down. Where is
she cooks my food? I can't say. I'm not gonna argue with her.
It's time for me to go to bed.
Yeah. Let's get up out. Let's wrap this thing on up though, y'all. But appreciate y'all being on tonight.
This was
subscribe
fun.
to the Command Herds. Y'all ain't done so.
Great time.
Subscribe to Commanders. No, this definitely was fun. Y'all. Hey. I got to really hear everybody talk ball for once. Like it was really cool to see.
He said we was freestyling. Yeah. We were definitely freestyling. You guys,
I threw the script out a long time ago. Y'all rapping.
Keep talking.
Spider-Man comes out Thursday. I'm going to see that. That's the only other thing I have to add.
Like how subscribe.
Yes. See y'all at training camp.
Ladies, we hit you up on all the socials, so let's get together and.
We got to link up again.
That's for sure.
I followed you guys on X, so just hit the follow back wall.
I'm gonna have to follow you back.
I'm gonna go subscribe now too.
Okay. All right, ladies.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all. Have a good one.